told me a million. 사실 넌 점은 별나라에서 왔어. You in planet used to be a champion. 금메달까지 딴 1등 선수였어. 점점 잘나고 커진 널 더 이상 담을 수 없었던 행성. 따뜻한 물에서 수영하는 걸 좋아했던 널 내가 데려온 거야. 내게 특별한 힘이 있단 걸 알겠니? 난 약해지고 넌 점점 더 강해지겠지. 에이 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 아날리안 에이 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 아날리안 가득한 어디서 비밀처럼 타는 에이 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 아날리안. My mama told me a million. 넌 이 판을 뒤집기 위해서 왔어. 누군가 너의 기억을 지워 모든 걸 방해하는 거야. You listen. 점점 가둬둘 수 없을 정도로 커져가는 너의 힘과 목소리. 행성은 널 주목하고 있어. Now you're ready for this. 준비가 다 된 거야. 특별한 힘이 있단 걸 알겠니? 이제 너에게 주어진 답이 있겠지. 에이 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 아날리안 에이 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 아날리안 가득한 어디서 비밀처럼 타는 에이 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 아날리안. 이제 숨을 필요 없어 알리야. 누구든 내가 누군지 묻는다면 나는 이 TV를 꾸미는 네가. 아날리안.
ちょっと上に溜めてください。右下上右下右右上上下下左右左右右下上右右下右右上上下下左回転1回転右下上右右下右右上上下下左右左右下上右右下右右上上下下回転3回転1回転右下上右下右上上下下左右左右下上右下右上上下下左右左リセット。
My mama told me a million. 사실 넌 점은 별나라에서 왔어. You in planet used to be a champion. 금메달까지 딴 1등 선수였어. 점점 잘나고 커진 널 더 이상 담을 수 없었던 행성. 따뜻한 물에서 수영하는 걸 좋아했던 널 내가 데려온 거야. 내게 특별한 힘이
Is it the alien's birthday? So what? How many birthdays do you think get celebrated every day on this planet? Exactly.
Give me the donuts, just smash them on the screen. Boom.
Jeffy Blokanim Jeffy Blavanim.
Just wake me up when something blows up.
ちょっと上に溜めてください。右下上右下右上上下下左右左右下上右下右上上下下左回転1回右下上右下右上上下下左右左
Aren't your ray of sunshine? Alright, let's do this. Give me the donuts, just smash them on the screen. Boom.
Wow, 53 months, it's been a long time.
Good evening. How are y'all doing today? Tonight, this afternoon, this morning, depending on where you are in this big blue ball behind me, or should I say on this big blue ball behind me. Because if you were in it, it would be millions of degrees right now, and you would be melted. We don't want that now, do we? At least I don't. Hello! Hello. Ah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for all the kind Spawn Day wishes. I really appreciate it. It is correct. It is my Spawn Day.
The chances of an alien taking your planet is low, but never zero.
Trust me, it's very low. They don't really care about your planet. You are in a backwater area of the Milky Way galaxy. So, anyways, alright, first things first, before I go any further, time to wish, or I should say thank, people that just subscribed to my channel. Alright, so first things first, Chris, merci beaucoup. Thank you so much for the, wow, 48 months, that's a long time. Thank you. Thank you, merci, merci. I really appreciate it. And welcome back to the mothership. Don't forget to update your keycard for gain access. Appreciate it. An agent with 53 months. You're hurtling towards the other year mark at the ludicrous speeds, man. Thank you so much, agent. You literal meme lord. Well, meme. Pun master general would probably be a better apropos name for you. Or Photoshop expert. That also works. Thank you, and welcome back to the mothership. Don't forget to update your keycard with gain access. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Alrighty. So... Alright, yes! Spawn Day, otherwise known as our birthday for you humans. 40 years young. Which in streamer years means I'm about to evaporate in a cloud of dust and bones. Yes, because I'm seeing some chuckleheads online calling people that are 30 years old hags and grandpas. That's not old. Heck, even 40 is not old, at least not for me. And even for humans. Humans can live up to 100 years. So 40, not even halfway yet. 40 is the new 30, as I like to say. To the Zoomers it is. But to the younger people, it's like, they see someone 25 years old and they're like, your life is over, bitch. You're old. You're so old. 25. That's what they say. 25. Old. No. You know what is old? 60. 70. 80. 80. When everything starts sagging in all the wrong places. That's old. God damn it, Dell. No, not old. I'm still spry, even though my knees hurt, and I go to bed early. And everything pisses me off now. Well, I mean, I'm anxious about a lot of things. And I'm also gonna bitch about a lot of stuff. Not because I'm old, just because I like bitching. So you've been warned. In advance. And if we have time after all the bitching, or if I still want to bitch and do something else at the same time, I might play some Ultima Online as we talk tonight. Give it a little background noise to all of the shenanigans. Because the game has other grind. And what better way to grind than to hang out and talk about everything and nothing at the same time. So that's in the maybe pile. Because I realize we haven't played the game in a while on this channel, so maybe we'll do that. Yes. This thing can get old depending on your physical... Yeah. At the end of the day, I feel like it's not about age. It's about how you feel. So someone could be 60 and be in incredible health, while someone could be 40 and feel like they're falling apart. I might be the latter. I need to fix that shit. Let's talk about a game I played as a kid only for the streamer and watching Slay. They weren't even boring yet when you... Oh yeah. It's like... Well, yeah, I remember playing Ultima Online in high school. They're like... I was born in 2006. And I'm like, fuck you. No, I'm kidding. I mean, that's young. Not only that, it's like... How do I put this politely? So, someone born in 2007 can now legally drink in Canada. Does that make you feel old as well? Welcome to the club. My great grandma's reaching 100 and she can kick ass. That's awesome. That's awesome. It's like... A lot of it is hard work, but a lot of it is also genetics. So some people will live long, fulfilling lives, even if they spend most of it playing video games and eating way too much food. While others will exercise every day, and they'll die at 42 from a heart attack, even though they did everything right. Life is not fair like that. So at the end of the day, live every day like it is your last, because it could be. I meant this to be inspirational, but I'm starting to feel like it might not have been. I'm sorry about that. That was not my intention. I'm only 30, I'm a young chum still. Yeah! No, not cope. Not cope. 30 is young. 30 is still pretty young. It's like, you turn 18. You feel like everything is starting. Then you hit 25 and you feel like you're starting to finally figure it out. Then you hit 30 and then you feel like 25 was clueless as fuck and now you're actually figuring it out. Then you hit 40 and you still feel like you haven't learned anything at all. So it's not just you. It's pretty much everyone. We're all fucking winging it. And let me tell you something. the people that say they have it the most on lock or know what they're doing are probably the ones panicking in the inside even more than you. They just hide it better. Maybe you just wear your emotions on your sleeves. I don't have sleeves today, although I have a tattoo sleeve on this arm. That's kind of tangentially related. What am I saying tonight? I need some soda. I still got some orange soda. Bon appetit. Yeah, sorry about that, Crasher. It is true. It is true. I did the math in my head real quick before I said that just to be sure, because I've been punched by mathematics in the past before. Because I counted too quickly. The count that were made on after September 12, 2003 that I too was born. Yeah! My account can drink alcohol. It's so old. Hold on, let me see. How old is my Steam account? 21 years. So it can drink everywhere. That's great. And awful at the same time. Ugh, okay. Thanks, Super. You bitch. I'm kidding. Yeah, when you say Prime 2009 Roblox, that makes me feel old because I've never played Roblox before. I don't really intend to either. It's all weird and scary. And I feel like if I touch that game, I'm gonna get yelled at by some people in the game. Because I'm too old for that. Or whatever the fuck. It's like, some people will not be happy until they stop someone else from having fun. I never understood that. But you know, it takes all kind of people to make a world. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm wondering if the fact my account on Steam is very old also makes it more valuable. Probably the big library of games also, so good thing I have it on lock and key. Two-factor authentication, very, very important. And not the one that you get an SMS, no. The one that has an application for it. That's safer. Not safest, but safer. Well, if I roll out a Steam account, I would fucking cry. I'm 40 years old and I would fucking cry because all my games aren't there. Jesus Christ, that would be horrific. Oh, no kidding, Crasher. Why? How did you lose the other one? If don't mind me asking, I'm curious. Oh yeah, thousands and thousands of dollars. Some people have way bigger libraries, but I don't care. I still think I have a lot on my library list because I buy for a lot of games during sales that I end up not actually fucking touching ever. Because I'm like, well, one day I might. When I retire. Thinking about that, it's like I just turned 40, and Earth does not let you retire until you're 65 or even worse. So that means I still have 25 years of this shit. I mean working, not this, but you know, working at a day job because I'm sad because my vacation is over. I go back to work on Monday. Man, it flew by quick. Feels like it was just yesterday that it was Friday last week and I just ended the stream. And now we're here again. Why does work that does not go this fast, but vacations do? How is this fair to anyone? Man, I wish you could just press a button to fast forward the workday. You go like, fine, I'm gonna do the work, but I don't want to be there for it mentally. Click. Did I make a movie about that? Was that the Adam Sandler movie? I think he did that, and then he just ended up 80 years old because he accidentally skipped through everything. Retirement in this economy? Ah, Devin, don't remind me. Something will all die in trenches. And they'll still expect us to go to work every day. Anyway, I don't want to talk about that specific topic. Orange Box was the only purchase I had on it, so all I really lost was some time. Ah, yeah, okay. Alright, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Yeah, if you had a lot of games on it, that would have been heartbreaking, Crusher. Although, I'll admit, having your old account is fun for the bragging rights. Whoever cares about that, I guess. Yeah, Click was surprisingly good. I enjoyed it. It's like, people see Adam Sandler in the movie and their eyes roll back in their heads and they start thinking of rainbows and other shit. But he has some bangers. You know, some of his movies aren't that good. Don't get me wrong, but Click was great. Click was great. And Happy Gilmore was corny as fuck, but it was entertaining. But not in any big brain way. Which is probably what the sequel's gonna be like, because I hear that's also coming out soon. I'm gonna put that in the Jeffy Old category. Hold on, let me put that in my PC. Beep boop, beep boop. The first Hotel Transylvania movie was good. Yeah, I agree. Other people see Adam Sandler as how I see Seth Rogen. I don't mind Seth Rogen. I just can't handle his laughter. It's like nails on a chalkboard. But he seems like a nice guy. My manager decided to skip the work day today and then decided to tell my mom that I should be there since I'm out of surgery at a home stay. Yeah, rules for you, not for me. A lot of people are like that in the real world. They're like, oh yeah, everybody's gonna have to do overtime. And then you're like, where's the boss? She took the day off. Oh, did she now? Everybody's gotta do overtime, right? Overtime of relaxation, you mean, for that boss person? Ah, that's awesome, Josh. I'm happy for you. I don't know how some of that stuff doesn't hit well like that green. Oh, well, I mean, here's the thing though, right? A lot of these actors take a lot of risks. They're not afraid to star in a shitty movie because they swing for the fences every time. And that's good in modern times because nobody takes risks anymore. So I'd rather they release a shitty movie than no movie at all, right? Because you never know. A concept can look stupid and then the movie comes out and you're like, wow! That's great! So, yeah. People need to take more risks in creative endeavors. But because we now live in a profit above all else society, a lot of that no longer happens. So you have to go look at more indie movies for that. Same thing with gaming. I mean, we've talked about that a lot over the years. You want some innovation, you want some interesting gameplay. Don't look at AAA games. Their budget is too high for them to fail, so they always go for the safe bet. And even then, that fucking fails sometimes. Yeah, I mean, if it's public-facing Super, I can understand why she wants there not to be any mistakes, because there's always gonna be that Karen that's like, there's a typo in this letter. I want you to fire whoever wrote that. They are drunk with power. They must not do that. Did you understand what the message was? Even if there's a typo, who gives a shit? That's my opinion. I know some people really, really enjoy a perfectly written letter. I'm not one of those people. Which is kind of funny considering I studied in secretarial studies, so I studied to be a secretary. And supposedly we are supposed to be the most perfectionist of them all. Probably why I'm doing customer support these days. That would explain a lot, actually. I didn't watch Mario especially because his voice is decayed. I did not even know Seth Rogen voiced Donkey Kong. I haven't watched Mario yet. I know, I'm sorry. I should probably get to that at some point. Perfectionist, she needs to see it her way or the highway. It isn't for the company at all, just because she wants. Ah, okay. Okay, so it's a manager thing, I see. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, she's the boss. She makes the decisions. Hey, Formula, thank you, thank you. I appreciate your well wishes. How are you doing tonight? We're gonna have a comfy birthday stream, which means we're gonna relax. I'm gonna talk about a lot of stuff, and then we might play a little bit of Ultima Online Outlands after this. Or during. I mean, you know, I could have my head in this little corner at the bottom over there. And then the game is in the view, and I just can't stop talking while playing. Then you can see me get murdered by other players. Because this game has full loot PvP. I can't PvP for shit. So I'm very good at running the fuck away though. So this could be entertaining.
We're routing calls to the ship. Jeffy, you have 213 people on hold waiting for support. I got the most annoying music playing and asking them to check the site's email every 5 seconds and changing the order of their wait in line.
So how to make statistically sure I'm gonna get yelled at if I pick up the phone. No thanks, no thanks. No thanks, brother, I'm good. So, support for what? Do I look like I can support people? Working like usual. Alright, well, at least you can listen to my dulcet tones while you work. I'll make sure to be entertaining so that you can relax as you work. Brilliant support. What does that mean? But if I call you guys for human support, what does that mean also? I don't know. You tell me. Oh my god. So, yeah. I had a pretty fun spawn day on Tuesday. I went to my host brother's place and had some nice spawn day cake with him and his wife. It was very tasty. And I ate so much fast. I mean, we ate some restaurant food as well at the brunch place. So I ate so much food that day that I skipped dinner because I was so full. And I spent most of the day in a sugary haze going like sleepy. Can't fall asleep though, but sleepy. I hate that feeling. It's like, you know you could probably sleep, but it's not happening. That's why I don't like taking naps, because it takes too long to work. And when it does work, I wake up sweaty, confused, and it's dark out. So I'm like, what the fuck, what day is it? I don't like that. I know some people will take a nap and feel refreshed. I just feel paranoid, sweaty, and tired. So I don't get it. I wish I could nap. They seem like they're very comfy over there, but I can't. You can be a supportive human. I like the sound of that, Formula. I like the sound of that a lot. But yeah, I'll be honest, most of the week was spent playing Ultima Online. I grinded so much. Oh my god. Like, I switched weapon type, I trained a whole new skill, so I went from macing to archery. Now I'm almost leveled up to the same place I was before, so... Wow. And I bought some decoration for my house, so that was fun. The best nap I had this past Tuesday at 9:30. Yeah. Chemically induced nap. Probably a good one. But yeah, from what I saw, apparently the operation went well. So I'm happy for that, Super. that everything's shipping up correctly. And now you have an additional motivation to be on the right track. So that's good. But yeah, one day at a time, be patient with yourself, and work hard. And still watch what you eat. But yeah, maybe one day I'll figure out how to nap. Maybe that's something you unlock once you're old enough. Because right now it's not happening. Well, I mean, that's because you're on the liquid diet, Super. Yes, Devin, but that's okay. This year I did not advertise it pretty much at all. So no need to feel bad about it. If you were feeling bad about it, maybe you weren't, and I'm just putting thoughts in your head. I overthink things. Yes. Once the milk is also got my stomach shut perfectly. Well, I mean, yes, but I know what the operation is, but what I mean is that if you've only been on the liquid diet, you'll feel weakness because that's not the full meals, right? Not only that, you're not used to that type of diet, so as I said, it's normal. Is there an easy way to figure out how old my Steam account is? Yes! If you look at your profile on the Steam page, you should see in the top right a badge for the amount of years your account is old as. Yeah, exactly like Crasher said. Well, that helps. But yeah, so the thing now is once you get back on that solid diet, Super, you'll get your energy back. And after that, it's only a matter of figuring out a good cruise speed and try not to eat too much. Now your body will not be able to as much, but motivation will be important. You're gonna have to keep track of things the same. It's gonna make other things easier, but you still gotta keep track of it. You have a lot more energy right now after the surgery. Is it because you're not eating as much food so you don't feel as lethargic? I do know that I do get very sluggish after I eat. I don't know if that's a meeting or maybe it's just how I am. But yeah, normally I'm always the most energetic right before a meal. Because it's like when I eat, my stomach starts needing energy to process shit, and I'm just like, ugh. So, due to the fact my stomach is eating its own fats, never eating anything. Yeah, so that means you're gonna find satisfaction from less food, so that would also help a lot. You feel sluggish without food. Well, I mean, you know, it's a tightrope, because if I don't eat enough, I feel weak. You know, I get the little shaky hands because I think I'm having like a sugar crash or something. So I have to eat something. But if I eat too much, I'm just sluggish the rest of the day. So it's like, you gotta find the balance, man. Life is all about balance. Very important. Depends what you eat. Yes, that is true. Like for example, if I eat sushi, I'll be fine afterwards. But if I eat a poutine, it's like I just want to go to bed afterwards. What's Marvel's favorite trophy? The Stan Lee Cup. May rest in peace, but also. Oh my god. How long has it been since Stan Lee died? Feels like it was not that long ago, but I feel like I'm not gonna like the answer to that question. Usual 2% mill is to use the 1% million, but then I think like that to half now. Yeah, I mean, once you get back to a healthy weight, It's all gonna be about managing your portions so you don't gain all the weight back, and also having a healthy habit in the exercise department. That also should do wonders for energy levels, and after that, you know, there's all the other operations for loose skins and stuff. But that's for later. 2018, huh? Fuck. Shit. Dear Lord. Okay, so that means he's been dead for 7 years. But if he was still alive, that means he would be 102. That would have been amazing. But I mean, I understand he worked a lot, and that caught up with him. But still, fuck. I know I'm supposed to live longer than humans, but I hope I make it to 95. I spent a lot of time on Earth, and that's fucking with my lifespan also. We already need human skin for your little takeover plans. Oh my goodness. The amount of time I'm gonna have to tell him that I do not have those plans. Do I look like the kind of Ellen that would do that? I'm way too lazy. Also, not only that, what goal would I accomplish? What would that do? I want people to like me. I don't want them to hate me because I invented their planet. Because I'm a chronic people pleaser. And you don't do that by invading their planet. Yep, 2018 was 7 years ago. I started VTubing in 2018. How's that? Time flies, huh? But hey, technology is really cool now. I see a lot of people doing really awesome things with VTubing, like they can actually have facial capture and motion tracking in a full body setup. And it costs a fraction of the price that it used to. I just can't be asked to do that kind of shit anymore. But those who want to now can, without spending thousands of dollars, so that's awesome. I'm really happy for the new generation of VTubers. Thank you, Mel. That's very kind of you. How are you doing? Good to see you, man. If he streams in 2018, Stanley died in 2018, I don't want to say what. How dare you accuse me of that? Stanley was awesome. I wish he would have lived longer, but he did not. I think VTubers RL while high, well that would have been stream onto this full experience. Oh Jesus Christ. Bill. You turned this into a horror stream for half a second here. Good job, you got me. I don't know why I was startled, it's like, I'm relaxed right now and yet I still got startled by that. I guess I'm just an anxious person, but thank you for the biddies, I appreciate it, Bill. Oh yeah, I'm gonna assume if a human imbibes some substances and watches my stream, they might get a little bit fucked up in the head. Because that's a lot to explain. So, that's the thing, right? Try to explain my channel to someone who's not only not into streaming, but also doesn't fucking know what a VTuber is. And even if they know what a VTuber is, I'm still kind of a handful for people because, you know, the voice is very polarizing. That's just how I was born. Sorry if you don't like it. But it is what it is. It's like if I look at your nose and I say, like, ew. No. Unacceptable. I don't want to see that nose on stream. You can't do shit about it. I mean, that's not a good example because you could get operations to change that. Okay, I'm not sure where I was going with this. What's a VTuber? Is it a magical place? Yes, Bill. The most magical place of all. Apart from the voice, you're very tame compared. Yeah, that's the funny thing, right? Formula. Yeah, watching the alien play games online. Wait, where are you leaving? Yeah, wait, where are you going? Then you get escorted out by security. But you're like, but I was at home. No, you weren't. Yeah, the ironic thing, right, is that I'm so fucking vanilla when it comes to streaming. Like, I'm not very lewd. I just play games and talk too much. And you got other VTubers, like, bouncing off the walls, saying insane shit left and right. But they'll probably be more accepted by mainstream media. Because, you know, they sound human. But little vanilla Jeffy, 2 pairs of vocal cords. Nope, can't have that. Dear God, my ears are bleeding. You should see some of the comments I got, especially in the early days, while I was not as good at talking in human speech. Yowee! That fucking hurt! That was unkind. But that's what you get. That's the thing, right? That's the thing with showbiz, is that you open yourself up to all of these wonderful people that only want you to suffer. There's a lot of good people out there, but there's also a lot of shitters. And they will make your life a living hell if you get popular enough. They're just waiting to figure out you exist. There's a Valley Girl voice changer. There's a what now? Really?
If you become lewd, Jeffy, you can start your plans with world domination while distracting the little mindless creatures that live in this world.
Oh my goodness. No, Vandalay, we're not world dominating anything. Can barely get out of bed in the morning. Now I'm gonna just go over to a planet of 7 billion people and go like, it's mine now. No, no, no. I would have a panic attack. Explaining Jeffy to a non-Twitch VTuber nerds is like how I imagine I was just talking to someone without knowing the language and just trying to get them to agree. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. When I used to do a lot of short-form content, I knew when something went viral because all the bad comments started. As soon as something hit the algorithm, and I started getting a lot of views on it, the amount of dislikes started to rise. That's when I knew it went outside my target audience. The occasional thing, but like most of the time, yeah, you know, sometimes I'll say some crazy shit, then realize I said crazy shit, but, you know, it's not something that happens that often. Jeffy's very tame compared to some people. Yeah, we have raided some of those really lewd people also. I remember Marek sent us to a few VTubers that were like, it's like the first 5 seconds in the stream, someone was already making like butt plugs joke and moaning. So I was like, okay, I mean, I don't mind that. If that's what you like to do, you do what you want. That's the fun thing about being a VTuber. You do what you want, and you get the audience that likes that content, which is fine. There's room for all of us here. Nothing against them. It's just not something I vibe with personally. And that's okay. You know, it's like, you have to be nice about it though. If you don't like what someone, it's like, if it's not for you, it's fine. Just don't be a dick about it. Like, some people will go into a stream and they're like, what are you doing? This sucks. Go fuck yourself. I hate this. I'm like, why are you still here? That's fine if you don't like my content or myself. That's okay. You are entitled to your opinion. I just don't want to hear it. Move on, please. Everyone will be much happier in the end because you will not be subjected to this, and I won't be subjected to your inane ramblings. That's if you're not polite about it. That's fine. If you are polite, I understand. Totally. I know I am niche content. VTubers are also niche content, so I'm niche of a niche. If you want to get technical about it, just be polite. That's all I ask. And if you can't be polite, well, shit's gonna go down in the band department. Because at the end of the day, you have to how do I say this? You have to cultivate the community you want. Because a lot of VTubers or content creators in general are very scared when they're building the community at first. They're scared to kick people out. Because they're like, oh, I don't want to lower my viewership. No, 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 no. Listen. Listen. Better to kick the bad people out that make you feel anxious about streaming. Because otherwise they'll invite their friends and that community, that's the community you'll have. So if you promote toxicity and you don't get rid of it, your community will be toxic. And they will turn on you at some point. How many streamers have a combative chat? More than you think. Because they were not proactive about maintaining the community that they wanted. So the community chose itself. And next thing you know, it's out of control. It's a zoo. It's pandemonium. Well, I mean, you know, opinions are fine to be shared. As long as you're respectful about it, Super, that's all. So you can just say like, this is not for me. But I see what you do. Keep it up. That's fine. Because other people are too self-centered, so if they don't think it's fun, they assume everybody will agree with them. No. It takes all kind of people to make a planet. I should know. Exactly, Chris. Exactly. So you have to be, because that's the thing, right? That's one of the advantages of also having a slower growing community, is that you can be a little bit more impactful in how you organize it. Because someone who has a meteoric rise will not be able to have such control over the vibe of their community, because a lot of people will be coming in at once, so it's going to be very hard to figure things out. So you're going to have to be more of a... You have to be more reactive to things happening, so that people don't think being mean is okay.
Message from Paradox Moon Lab. Happy belated birthday, Jeffy.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you for the message, Mandela. Can you reply to them and tell them thank you? It is appreciated. Over. That's a good point. Yeah, exactly, Fluffy. So you know all of the people in your community. You know the people who are there every day. You know the people who show up once in a while, but you're always happy to see them. You learn a lot over the years about the people that watch your content. And that's awesome. That's the fun about smaller communities. And I know some viewers also enjoy smaller communities, so if you get too big, they'll leave. Because they don't feel like they're part of it after that. And that's okay too, I guess. I don't understand it myself, but at the end of the day, that's the fun thing about being a viewer on streaming websites, is that you pick what you want to watch. And considering how many of us there are now, there's something for pretty much everyone. Yes, even you watching in the corner. Yes, there's even a stream for that. I'm reading the chat. I missed a few chats here. I did not know she got banned. Well, I mean, that's the thing with pushing the envelope. Sometimes, well, the envelope pushes back, I guess. You always gotta be careful, because Twitch also has a hate boner for VTubers in general. So, you gotta be careful. You gotta be very careful. They don't like us. In the best of terms, right? VTubers are still very niche, as I said earlier. So trying to explain that to someone who does not watch streams, or does but only watch like big content creators, is kind of a hard thing to do, right? It's also another reason why most people I know IRL don't know I do this. They know I stream, they just don't know that I stream like this. But you know, if they ever find out Who fucking cares? I'll cross that bridge once I get to it. At the end of the day, it's like, why would you be upset? Is it affecting you in any negative way? No? Then stop overthinking it. Stop overthinking things. I should probably take my own advice sometimes. Yeah, they do have a heavy hammer for virtual creators, Chris. They do indeed. Thank you, Super. I did not invent that term. It's bandied a lot around the internet over the years. The streamers I watch for what they are doing, others is for interacting in chat, although I don't understand why some people choose to leave after chat gets decreased is the reason they are in there. Yeah, because if you're used to talking with someone in chat and they responding to you, once that can no longer happen because there are 300 people in the chat. I understand that. As you said, people watch streamers for different reasons. Like, if I want to interact with the community, I go to smaller streamers. If I want to watch some gameplay, I go to the most popular channel of that game. It is what it is. YouTube added super chats for that specific reason, which some people ended up rising to force store posted. Yeah, and then refunding the money afterwards. Speaking of which, did you hear that shit? Twitch has started issuing refunds sometimes for subs. Like, a girl got 700 subs. And the guy kept saying like, oh yeah, I'm rich and don't need to thank me, I just support VTubers and shit, right? And then a week later, Twitch just took the money out of her account. Because the guy refunded it. It was like, I thought Twitch was supposed to protect us from that bullshit. Nope, not anymore. Not anymore. Because Daddy Bezos wants their money. Hey Jabs, happy Valentine's Day to you as well. Or happy Single Awareness Day to all the other people also. Depending on which one you celebrate. I'm not much of a social alien, so I don't really pay attention to that kind of stuff, but if you have a significant other, then I hope you're having a good day. And hope that they are not too pissed off you're watching me instead. But if you're single, that's also fine. Welcome to the club. At the end of the day, I feel like the most liberating thing for me has been enjoying my own company. Because some people cannot bear the thought to be alone with themselves. And I'm sad about that. You should be your best friend. You should be happy to just hang out with yourself. You know, just go like, got a nice bag of chips, got my favorite game on the PC, got some music in the back, let's just chill. Enjoy. Steep in the ambiance. That's the best gift you can give yourself. Because no one deserves to be lonely. And when you're alone, you don't have to be lonely. You can play your favorite games, watch your favorite movie, wear a bathrobe all day if you want. You can even hang out in virtual communities with other like-minded people and share those moments with them also. Make your own family or group of friends you're close to. The sky's the limit, really. Because honestly, I have always valued friendships over everything else. You know, romantic relationships can also be good. I don't mean not to engage in that facet of life if you want to. Engage away. Just know that being alone is not the end of the world. It has its upsides. No one has to tell you what to do. It's all about your perspective on things. They will go a long way. Because that's the thing, right? That's why someone can have some things and be extremely happy, and someone else can have the same things and be fucking miserable. It's all about perspective. Exactly, Devin. Happy Discount Chocolate Day, Eve. flawlessly prevent things they went down to his diamonds and stuff. Ah. That is sad, Mill. But you need to remember the good times. That's what they would have wanted. Because don't be sad the moments do not happen. Be happy they happened in the first place. And that you have memories that will never be taken away from you of those times. You like your company, Chris? That's awesome. You know people that are not alone at all. Yeah! Yeah. Some people will never be alone, as in they'll surround themselves with friends and relationships all the time. But they don't surround themselves with authentic people or people compatible with themselves because they're scared of being abandoned. So they are the loneliest of all. Lonely in a crowd. I'm glad to see you're fine, Mel. Just to agree, I did something for my stuff. All of my feelings, Frank, and it's proud I want to be skinny. Yeah! Here's the thing, though. You have your reasons, Super. Other people can think whatever the fuck they want. You have your reasons, and that's good enough. They're not you. You are you. You made the decisions you want. Because, okay, take this advice from a chronic people pleaser, because I'm not fucking taking it for myself, so at least if I can give that advice to someone, at least that will have been useful. So don't waste your time trying to please people. Try to be the best you can be, because this is probably going to be the biggest regret you have in your life if you don't. Because at the end of the day, you run around trying to make people like you, and you always feel, if you do that, that's the worst fucking thing, because you always feel like you're living life on standby, always waiting for people to tell you what's next, always afraid of what they're gonna think of you if you try to do something yourself. So it's like, if you live life that way, you don't live life. Life happens to you. Like you're unwitting passenger in a car with no steering wheel. It's remote controlled by everybody else but you. Don't do that. Don't do that. I do that. I'm working hard to stop doing that. It's been 80 years of this shit. Hopefully I will learn my lesson someday. Don't do like me. Avoid that shit if you can. That's your Jeffy Bet for today. You're welcome. Happy Sand Wrestlers Candy Day. Hi, Jabs. Don't cry because it ended, smile because it happened. Exactly. Exactly. I learned very early on that I didn't care what people telling me, and when I tell people that, they think I'm lying. Yeah. Because if they actually think you're being honest, they'll feel bad about themselves. That's exactly why they think you're lying.
Jeffy, you an alligator? Cause I want to see you later smile.
Okay, Vandelay. Put a cork in it. Oh my goodness. Ugh. Sigh. That one hurt. That one hurt. But yeah, so that's the thing, right? When people that are unhappy with their lives see someone actually living their best life and being who they want to be, some people take really, really big offense to that, because how dare you be happy? How fucking dare you? Why can you be happy when I'm sad? Unacceptable. So yeah, at the end of the day, you gotta live for yourself, man. Because no matter what happens, you are with yourself until the end. Well, most of it. Yeah. The parts you're not there are when you're too young or too old, and then you're not there anymore. But that's a little bit too sad of a topic for now. Anyways, as I was saying, live life for yourself. Don't overthink shit. Take that from a chronic overthinker. It's not worth it. Doesn't serve anything. There's some shit you can't change the outcome of. You have no power over some of the things that fucking scare you. And obsessing about it will do nothing. Nothing. Trust me, been there, done that, got the really bad t-shirt. Why are you happy when I'm doom scrolling on TikTok? When it make me cry? Yeah. Yeah, super. Like, I did the mistake this morning of going on social media. I've been staying away for a while, and I was like, I'm on vacation. I'll go take a look for a bit. Everything's terrible. It's like I spent 2 hours in bed. 2 hours in bed just doom scrolling, going like, oh my god, fuck. What the hell? And then I had like visions of me in a trench getting bombed. Because I'm Canadian. That's all I'm gonna say on the topic. So now I'm just go like, okay, Jeffy. What can you change about it? Nothing. Will it happen? Maybe? Maybe not? So why turn yourself into a green pretzel about it? It's not like, oh dang, I left the milk out, better go put it back in the fridge. That's something you have an effect on. World-spanning shit. No. Don't stress out about that. You'll drive yourself up a wall for no reason. Yeah, exactly, Devin. Exactly. You know what I'm talking about. You scroll a little until you hit the doom barrier. How long does that take you, Chris? I'm curious. Because sometimes for me it takes me like 30 seconds. Sometimes I play a game where I'm like, how long until I get depressed about social media? Let's go, start the timer. Wow, 15 seconds, that's a new record. Holy shit, what the fuck? Then I check my phone on my bed and I get up and I go like, that's awful. Yeah, exactly, Super, that's the spirit. My brain, I can look at something like that and writing it up and tell this and then I have to work. Yeah! I'm jealous. I'm jealous, Thrasher, I'm jealous. Because whenever I start reading that shit, I start to have like images of the future and it looks bad. It looks bad. Yeah, exactly, Josh. If I can be happy, neither can you. Bruh, evil shit. But yeah, at the end of the day, I feel like the best advice is focus on your loved ones and your local community. Everything else is out of your control. Splitting out about it will serve no one, least of all yourself. Learn from my mistakes. Don't engage with it. Especially nowadays, there's a lot of social media that actually pays people for being assholes. So the more you interact with them, the more money they get. And the more money they get, the more awful they'll be because they know it's making them money right now. Don't engage. It's like, this is one of the first online tip you learn when you're on the internet as long as I was. Don't feed the trolls. Do not give them the satisfaction. Because if you do, they'll just do it again and worse and more often. It's like a bully in high school. If you don't give them what they want, they will eventually move on. Because they want to have a reaction. You don't give it to them, they get bothered and they leave. Or sometimes they double down, but eventually they do fuck off. So at the end of the day, don't do that to yourself. Try to live a happy life. Focus on the things that you have dominion over, not the things you will not be able to change. Yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at, Formula. It's like, you get home from work, you wanna stress about that shit. You wanna have a good meal, you wanna watch a good movie, play a good video game, hang out with friends, and that's pretty much all life can be sometimes. You do what you can, and then you try to make the best out of it. That's it. There's already enough suffering in the world. Do not add to it. Be kind. Rewind. No, I'm kidding. That's not the saying. I mean, if you used to go to video stores back in the day, it was. But that's another Jeffy Ode moment. No, what I mean, be kind. Respectful. Don't add more misery into the world. There's already plenty. There's already plenty. Be the change or the positivity that you want in the world. That is infectious in a good way. There you go. Is that more uplifting? I feel like it is. Yeah, and those fools are miserable people. Because they cannot phantom someone being better than them. So you are either cheating or you got lucky. It's like when you beat someone in a PvP game with microphones and they go like, oh, you're so bad. I'm like, if I'm bad, what does that make you, friend? But I suck at PvP games, so that's never me. Like, I played some Sea of Thieves this week with my host brother and his wife, and we got freaking sunk by two smaller ships full of 8 years old, and they were very salty. Like, they were shit talking. I'm like, wow. I wonder what motivates people to be this toxic in a game. I'll never really understand it. Yeah, oh, use that item because you're bad. Exactly, Formula. Exactly. Oh my god, it's like, oh yeah, you would not have won if you did not use that item. Oh, you're cheating. Oh, I was lagging. Luna says happy Valentine's Day. Aw. Well, you tell Luna thank you. Hope you gave her some belly rubs in our sake. For our sake. Luna's a cat. I'm gonna assume. If not, then I'm in trouble. Yeah, but PvP is that people are so mad and you just feel like purring in front. Yeah! That's the thing, right? I used to play a PvP game with some former friends, right? And when you lost, they would get so fucking mad. I was just like, I'm having a good time with friends. Doesn't matter if I win or lose, we're just having fun. Doesn't matter if we die. But they would get really, really angry. And it's like, you gotta improve, you gotta do better. I'm like, maybe, maybe not. As long as we're having fun, right? But that was not acceptable. So yeah. At the end of the day, I play games to vibe. So even if we just lose all the time, I'm just like, well, at least we're hanging out. That has to be good enough, right? It's worse when it's yeah, exactly. If an enemy is mad, I can understand in the heat of the moment, but if you're getting shit talked by your own teammates, I'm like, that's kind of mean. Yeah. I mean, you know, if you want to be sweaty in a video game, that's fine. That's fine. Don't let me stop you. As long as you're respectful about it, and you go play with other like-minded people, that's okay. That's okay. I understand that. Because, yeah, I played a lot of support roles as well for that, and some people get very pissed off. And I'm like, dear God. Here's the thing, right? You still get progress even if you lose. In most of these games. Yeah, I don't want to play that type of stuff anymore. Or I mean, I don't mind playing it. I just want to play it with other people that are as relaxed about it. You know. I don't feel like that's asking for too much now, is it? I'm gonna go off. I've been holding back anger until 8 years old. Children in the end, inflictions with the sense of fear. Yeah, well, here's the thing, Super. You know, you can be upset in video games sometimes. But you should never take it out on other people. It's not worth it. DBD makes you salty. I can understand. Because DBD has a lot of different gameplay loops that feel very toxic even if they're not, right? Because they're still in your ass. Or you're trying to kill someone and they're running away from you, and them not letting them get killed feels like in the front of you sometimes, so I understand. DBD is a very toxic game for that reason. For them with delayed frames for like, oh my god, that fucking sucks. That's like the worst thing, man. They'll never be on time to anything. I'm not a relaxed gamer, so that's why I don't play with people, but I also don't yell at teammates. Yeah. Yeah, it's like, if you're upset, you can be upset and not make other people suffer for it. That's it. But, you know, it's like, I feel like it's all about compatibility, because you can be very competitive, that's fine. If you enjoy games that way, that's perfectly okay. I respect that. Just play it with other like-minded people that will be as competitive as you. But also, whatever happens, remain respectful. Stop playing most multiplayer games due to just always getting shit on because I win a game. Well, I mean, the enemy team shit on you when you win, your teammates shit on you when you lose. Modern PvP games are very, very toxic, and it's not fun. Not fun. It's like, I played a bit of Overwatch when it first came out. But if I look at people playing nowadays, there's a lot of very, very, very angy people. Very, very, very profoundly angy people. I don't understand that. It's like, yeah, I mean, I don't understand going like, ah, shoot. We almost had that one. Well, we'll get him next time. But people that are like, oh my god, how could you do this to me? Oh, I'm so angry, I need to go take a walk. It's probably a mindset thing, because I don't understand that. You're more mad at yourself. Well, I mean, that's normal. Going like, oh, I almost had him. But it's not necessarily mad, it's like frustrated a bit. In Overwatch, you seen there, oh yeah, I did see that. That's funny, because it's like, now Overwatch 2 has classic Overwatch mode, and the loot boxes are back. But not like before, it's not like every new level, it's on the free track of the battle pass and in weekly challenge rewards. So it's worse. It's worse than before. But at least now there's a way for you to earn shit that won't take forever. Because your system is really, really bad if loot boxes feel like an upgrade. Keep that in mind. And I'll be honest, I do not mind the Overwatch loot box stuff. Because you got one every new level, so you're always getting new shit unlocked. And if you weren't patient, you could buy some. But now it's like everything is behind a paywall. So enjoy. And you know they brought back the loot boxes because they're really panicking because of Marvel Rivals. That's it. That's pretty much it. Well, now there's where the fun begins, Josh. Competition is great for the consumer. Because now you have two team shooters trying to beat each other. So they try to make things better than in competition. And who wins in those scenarios? Us, the gamers. Easy peasy. Yes, you could also earn them through arcade, I remember that. Yeah, that's why shit gets bad when someone has all of the market share. Like, if there's only one big team shooter, or one big type of game, then the game does not have any... Because remember, we live in a post-quality society. It's all about money now. So once you see that, everything makes sense. So, if a game has all the market share, they have literally no incentives to innovate. Keep the lights on, rake in as much money as possible for their shareholders. The end. But if someone comes in and starts stealing customers from them, stealing, that's funny, then now they see their profit going down, so now they have to improve the game, or else. And we win. That's it. They have to start caring about the players again. They used to, but now everything is so profit-driven and so short-term focused that it's really hard. It's really hard to get something good out of gaming. It's like, it always feels like a tiny miracle every time a good game comes out. Because they had to fight tooth and nail to get it out without interference from people who pulls the wallet strings. Exactly, Devin. It forces creativity and better user experience. Otherwise they have no motivation to do it. Because that's the thing. Once something gets top spot, then no one can compete. They will just start tearing it down bit by bit to try to extract every single cent of value out of it. Without, it's like they have to find the perfect line where people are still playing the game and they're still getting money. Because if they enshittificate it too fast, people will rebel and start to leave. They don't want that. That eats profit. But they have to find the tiniest little margin, like the perfect little sweet spot. Annoying enough to make as much money as possible, but not annoying enough for people to start quitting the game. That's where a lot of live service games are operating in now. The annoying sweet spot. The zone. The prone zone. Yeah, because it had almost 2 decades of development time formula. That's why people can't compete. Here's the thing with Concord, right? People shat on it a lot, but I would assume if the game stayed up for a little while longer, maybe it could have found its footing, but they just panicked and pulled the ripcord. Whereas what if I bought the entirety of the open world shooter games and charged $400 for people to play, but then charge subscription that if you agree talk exist, it's a 50. I think someone at Activision made a joke about charging for reload of weapons. And people tried a little bit internally because they said, oh, that could have been something they did. Yeah, I don't really remember much of it either, Formula, because it was gone in like a week. Don't give them any ideas, Super, for the love of God, please. Have we not suffered enough? Yeah, they probably would, Super, they probably would. Like, oh, does your mom want to buy you diapers? Well, that's DLC. Sorry, I don't make the rules. They did, though. It's defined, it's closing soon. I know what you meant. I heard the beta was really small when the full game came out. I have those numbers about it. Yeah. I feel like it's a mix between a confusing art direction and very bog standard gameplay that kind of fucking sunk it. But here's the thing, Josh. The Pog wasn't a good game, but I'm so glad they tried. But the thing is, at the end of the day, I'd rather a game comes out and sinks rather than no game at all coming out because everybody's too fucking scared to try anything. That's how I see it. You can only play one character per match. Oh god. You can play the same character twice in a row. Okay, so that means if you died, you had to pick someone else. Ooh, okay, no, that's fucking dumb. Okay, what they call about the rest of the room is better call Hospital Simulator. I don't like where this is heading, Super. I don't like where this is going. Multiverse will be shutting down soon. Yes, Josh. And the worst part is apparently they put out a patch before the game ends that apparently fixes all the problems people had with the game. It's kind of ironic. Where was the patch before? Why are we getting it now? When all is over. That's funny, but also not funny at the same time. I used to play Team Hospital back in the day on the Genesis. One game. I appreciate your restraint, Super. You played Civ 7? No, I haven't. I have a few of the more recent Civ games on my library I haven't played yet either, so... All I know now is that Civilization games are full of DLCs. Like, they have almost the same problem as Stellaris. Fucking insanity. Yeah, about Unknown 9, another multi-million-dollar multiplayer campaign that failed so bad as the franchise was cancelled. I didn't even hear about it, Thrasher. That's how bad it was. Because I do think of myself to be a little bit terminally online. But if I don't know about it, not good. No bueno. Only got 2 DLCs for Stellaris. I got the base game for like $3. Then I saw all of the DLCs. And I went like, oh, that's why the game is $3. Ooh, nice try. Nice try. I see you. I see what you're doing. Now that's my first reaction. It's like, why is this game $5? Oh, I wonder if it has 20 pieces of DLC at $7 a piece. Ah, yep, there it is. Unknown 9 and that woman who played Jennifer from the Witcher series. Once again, I absolutely have no idea what you're talking about. Remember, there's a Truck Sim event for Valentine's Day I'm going to miss. Ah. Truck Sim has a similar problem though. It's like, you want to go to all of the United States? You have to pay per states. Enjoy. Although it's a huge game, so you just buy a few states you love and then you're in it. You win it. But yeah, the new Civ 7 agent, I also heard that it was quite a mess. But it was very buggy and unoptimized. And does not add that much to the others. The previous games. So I'm going like, why do we need 7 Civ games? What? Why can't I just play Civ 4? Or Civ 5? What is this adding that is absolutely non-missable content? Hey, yep. Long day? Come relax with us. Speaking of which, some of you guys are probably getting pelted by ads right now, so I should probably take an ad break before we keep going. Sims Sims is the progenitor of the too much fucking DLC disease. So much DLC, and a lot of it was base game before. That's how bad it is. Like fucking cartoonishly bad. I love The Sims. I don't like what they're fucking doing with the franchise. Cutting it piecemeal, making us pay for every fucking thing. Not happy with the game that I tried to stream. What game is that? Yep. So someone reviewing it and on his game couldn't save the game, validated the files, installed. And you had to get a 2K account to do cloud saves. What the shit? Can't games be local anymore? What the fuck? To make an ad fee for having people to watch ads, like when you're watching ads, just subscribe. No. Ads make the world go round, Super. We need them. We'll have to be there to watch them, though. Mafia Definitive Edition. Ooh. I heard it's a good game, though, but is it not playing nice with your system? I think the higher-ups of Activision have taken over. Maybe? Alright, anyways. We'll be back. I'm gonna take a short little break, get some water. And don't watch the ads. Let's just all meet back here in a few minutes, get some snacks, stretch your legs, and we'll BRB, as it were. That means be right back. Now, so enjoy some fan art if you subscribe to the channel. Thank you for the subscriptions. Formula the Rebel, as always. Anyways, BRB. Give me the donuts, just smash them on the screen. Boom. Alright, we're back. Okay. I'm back. Well, I just found out that Slip 7 has 3 ages in the game and can only play certain groups at certain times, like can only play as American at the moment. Wait, what the fuck? That does not sound like an upgrade. Does not sound like an upgrade. The game was never really has been much about, like, historical accuracy. Alright, let's see. So, you're only hearing the sound, yep. I know some games don't play nice with game capture, so what I would recommend you would do is use like stream. So instead of using game, if you use OBS, so instead of using game capture, you use Windows capture. So you capture the entirety of the monitor. Just make sure that things personal notification shit is on the screen. At least now you'll be able to, because it just copies the screen. So if you can see it, they can too. That would be my recommendation, because yeah, some games don't play nice with game capture mode. So hopefully that will fix it. Also, Super, thank you for gifting a sub to Formula and depriving him of his ads. Now that's thinking with portals. I mean, thank you for the gift. And welcome back to the mothership, Formula. Welcome back. Enjoy the 0 ads. Game capture setting and Elgato setting and then game capture setting. Yeah. Capture cards are also very fussy sometimes, so that's also another risk you take when you play console games on stream. Yeah, I had a feeling that's what you meant. No worries. Alright, so I don't know if you guys live in Canada or not, but in the eastern part of Canada, we just got a shit ton of snow yesterday night and this morning. Like almost 30 centimeters, right? Fuck, I had snow. It's like they push all the snow away from the sidewalks, right? And I had snow almost up to my shoulders on each side of the crosswalk. I was like, wow, that's a lot of snow, man. Not only that, we're getting 30 more centimeters on Sunday. What the fuck? Yeah, I had to go out twice to shovel my balcony because I don't want that shit crumbling and killing my landlord. That would be bad. Because I would have to move out. Not only that reason, but you know what I meant. Well, you can't give the multi-million-dollar companies more money as I watch ads. Exactly. How will you live with yourself? Yeah, that's a crazy amount of snow. It's been a while since it snowed that much. I'm going back to work next week. But only at the office on Wednesday, so hopefully they can fix that shit by then. Otherwise, I'm gonna be wading through snow to get there. I already walked for like 25 minutes to get to work after I leave the subway station. So now that means I'm gonna have to trudge through snow to get there, so I'm gonna be even more sweaty when I get there. God damn it. Yeah, usually there's always like that one big winter storm. But it's been a few years since it's been this bad, I think. Oh well. I'll take some snow over a lot of rain any day because of my leaky ass windows. Once that's fixed though, bring in the rain, baby. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna keep talking about stuff. But I think I might do a little bit of Ultima Online in the background while I talk about stuff. That would be fun, I think. Because the game has a lot of mindless grinding. Well, not mindless because you have to keep your eyes open so you don't get murdered. But other than that, that could be the perfect background noise to some variety of topics. You say that, but that just means something else will leak. Why did you have to tell me that, Agent? I did not even think about that. Don't say that shit to an anxious person. You're just gonna make things worse. I'm not gonna be like, okay, now what else is gonna fuck up? Because I already had to take care of the mouse problem in my apartment. I haven't seen one in a while. I think I might have killed all of them. I don't know if that is funny or not, but I have a whiteboard in my office, in my apartment, and on it, I have a dead Mickey Mouse counter for every mouse I caught this winter. So it's like a mouse skull with crossbones like a pirate flag, and at the bottom it just says Mickey Mouses, and then there's lines and crosses. I got 5. I kinda feel bad about it. But they should not have eaten all of my, they should not have eaten the fuck out of my rice boxes. That fucking sucked. Like, I had to check out a lot of stuff when they came in. Anyways, that's not important. Alright, so, I haven't played a game on stream in a while, so this is gonna be interesting. Gonna have to ease back into it. What was the last game I played on stream? I think it was Balatro. Yeah, I think it was Balatro. Because before that, we had a really big playthrough of Silent Hill. That was awesome. And is forever on the YouTube channel. So I'm happy about that. And I think the last time I played Ultima Online on stream was during the summer. That was a while ago. It was before I got my new job, too. Well, no, we'll give it a shot. We'll give it a shot. Nothing gained, nothing lost if it doesn't work out. Alright, let's see here. So, yeah, if you have any topics you would like to discuss while I do this, feel free. This is more of a relaxing chatting stream. So don't feel like you're gonna be interrupting anything. What? Why are you giving me a 3 dots, man? What did I do? He's upset for Sunday. You don't want another storm, Marek, is that it? Also, how are you doing, Marek? How many times did you have to shovel your entrance? I had to do it twice. Was that fun? Alright, let's go. So, just gonna adjust some of the volumes. Because otherwise, a lot of the monster noises get a little bit annoying. Especially if you hit them over and over again. That's Thursday, and this day driving and it's Sunday. Ah, yeah. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, we're supposed to go see my host mother tomorrow, but so much snow, there's no parking. So we can't really get there. That sucks. Alright, let me see if I can get the window up. Okay, you can see it, that's good. Ah, Ultima Online. My old friend. I played the fuck out of this game back in 1998. All the way to, well, not exactly. I think I joined in mid-1998 and ended playing around 2002. So I played for about 4 years. Then the game got kinda shitty, or other things were happening, and also World of Warcraft came out not long after. So I played that for a little bit also. But they don't make games quite like this anymore. What do you mean, Moo Moo Farm? What are you on about? Oh yeah, that reminds me, I need to change the category. Alright, let's go back to Ultima Online. Hey, welcome back, Formula. We're still gonna be talking about everything. It's just that I'm gonna be grinding some gold in Ultima Online Outlands while I do that. So that way, it's fun and lucrative. Because I just bought a lot of upgrades to my house. So I'm a little bit low on money. Well, low. I still got like almost 1 million. But I'm at the point in the game where a lot of the upgrades are starting to cost a lot of money. So I want to make sure I keep up with that. Also joined the guild of like-minded French Canadians that also live near my house, where I'm at in the game. But that was fun. It's funny because I went by their house and I was like, wait, their guild name is in French. Maybe they are French, so I tried to speak to them in French. Turns out they were. But that was fun. A small loan of $1 million. Well, you know, monsters drop a lot of gold. But, you know, they drop between, well, the easier one drop like 100. The harder ones drop like 3,000 to 5,000. The ones I kill around the time, I go between like 500 and 1,800. I'm at the mid-game at the moment. One of the coworkers said they wanted her husband to get her a pearl necklace, and another coworker looked at it. Yes, I know, Jabs, because that's a human term that means more than one thing. And what that means, I cannot tell. So this is not that kind of stream. Easter egg about an evil farm with axes wielding cow. Yeah. Seeing this reminding me of the Ultimate series retrospective from Spoonie before his life went to hell and he stopped making content. Oh yeah, because Ultima was a really long-lived series. And it spawned this game. But before the online came out, Ultima Online, there was other Ultima games. I mean, there still is, mind you. Just that not a lot of people remember them. And I'll be honest, I haven't played any of them. This is my only introduction to this game over the years. Yeah, it's probably for the best, Formula. It's probably for the best. It's another classic case of the joke is porn. It's like, if you don't know what something means and people are laughing to themselves, it's probably lewd in nature. That has not steered me wrong in a while. Okay, so now I kept getting people stealing shit from me, so now I have a locked box hidden in a pile of clothing in my backpack. So by the time I see someone trying to stay too close to me, I know they're trying to steal from me, but the chest is locked. So they have to steal the key, and then try to open the chest. So if I see the key disappear, I know it's my time to get the fuck out. But then you're like, but Jeffy, how can you get your shit inside if the thing is locked? It's a wooden chest, I just take an axe to it. Problem solved. It makes the world go round, Formula. Alright, so let's go do some questing. Well, not questing. This game has no quests, pretty much. Oh no, wait, they do have some quests. Let me see what they are. I think we just had weekly reset time. I'm gonna go to town real quick. Let's go see what the weekly quests are. Okay, it's not too crowded. At 7 PM, this place is a fucking shit show. Because that's when everything resets. Alright, let's see. Mini bosses, maybe. 25,000 inch Shadow Spire, why not? I don't know what monster that is, so no thank you. 8 goblins, probably. That's Aegis Keep monster. Same thing with the rats. Orc mages, that's 42 of them is gonna be a fucking grind, so no thank you. Paragons and Nocero, no thanks. Mausoleum kills, maybe. Maybe one Omniboss. Wow, that's a lot of kills to get 150,000 in the Dark Mire Temple. I hate that dungeon, but I'll take it. Let's see. I don't even know where Eldritch Dragons are, so I'm not gonna take this one. Alright. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. I don't like being in cities for too long. There's a lot of thieves around. Oh, that's pretty. Alright, let's go back home. Yeah, you heard Goblin and immediately thought of the not safe for work thing. I understand that. It's a very popular internet meme for a reason. Alright, so I got the food, got the buffs, got enough arrows. Let's do it. You hate the internet, Formula. I mean, I understand that. I understand that. It's not what we remember, is it? Alright, so my build is pretty much a bard. So what I do is I play music and I make people pissed off at each other. And then I kill them while they fight. Then I get their loot. That's pretty much a lot of this game is that. You know, there's different ways to make money, but I like this build because when they're fighting, they're not fighting me. And I also have a skill that makes them peaceful. So it's like, it's great because I don't have to stack so much defenses. See, now I put peacemaking on it, so now it's no longer attacking me. And I can just farm, just have to keep an eye out for any red names. Because I don't have tracking anymore on the— oh god, come back hand. I don't have tracking on this character anymore, so that means a sneaky murderer could come in and end my shit. So, you know, with games with full PvP like that, think about Rust, right? It's the same thing here. Don't bring shit you don't want to lose. Or try to find the best bang for your buck equipment. But even if you lose it, you're not gonna cry yourself to sleep. And that has worked well for me. Although sometimes they do get free of their attacking thing. The skill fails sometimes, so now they start running after me. And if I'm not careful, they can kill me. So I do have to be careful about that. The fuck is this guy doing over there? Excuse me? He's gonna chuck a spear at my head. Ah, you missed. Okay, this one is persistent. Okay, come back here. Oh, they both broke. What the— not my kind of day, is it? Okay, well, take that. I immobilized them. 4 hours left. You got this, man. You got this. I believe in you. Oh yeah, did you guys see? Apparently Alan Wake just finally sold 2 million copies. That's pretty awesome. So that means they're starting to finally be profitable, which is great news because I loved that game. Playthrough on my YouTube channel as well. God damn it, my tracking is really bad tonight. I don't know why. Hold on. I feel like one of the corpses did not open up correctly. Where's my loot, bitch? Ah, man. Oh well. I like this farm spot. It's in the middle of nowhere on an island. So, a lot of the times people focus on dungeons and more popular farming spots for murderers. So I don't see as many PKs. I think I saw like one guy once. Although now that I'm streaming this, probably someone's gonna take that as an invitation to go murder my ass. Well, I mean, if that happens, I know what I signed up for. All part of the fun. I do like archery though for this build now. I used to have macing, but now at least I can keep my distance, so if one of them gets free, I don't get fucking smashed twice by all of them at the same time and die instantly. So I can keep my distances, which is safer. Although unfortunately, archery does not have the same armor penetrating. So that's kind of unfortunate. So archery is ranged, but does not have good armor pen, so that means gotta be careful against really armored enemies, but these guys are wearing loincloths. So I should be fine. They don't have much armor to speak of. We'll go back to President playthrough. Yeah, I'm not good at doing multiple playthroughs of games. Like, I get bored. But I did go read up what was different, so that was really cool. That was really cool. A lot of things changes, but not in very impactful ways. It's a lot of the dialogue changes, which is great. But as I said, I haven't played many games more than once. The only exception is the Silent Hill games. Those I'll replay multiple times. The only thing stopping me from doing that with the new remake of Silent Hill 2 is that it's a long-ass game. I could do a full playthrough of Silent Hill 2, the original one, in like 1 hour 30 minutes. But this thing is like almost 10 hours. So if I want to do a playthrough, I need to settle the fuck down because holy moly. Okay, I'll go drop my loot. The thing with this game is you have to know when to leave. Because if they catch you with a bag full of loot, it's not great. It's not great. Yeah, you really need to, Crasher. If you like Silent Hill games, that one will be right up your alley. You also replying, yeah. Cyberpunk is an exception for me as well. I finished the game when it came out, but I recently finished it again to get the DLC ending. So that technically means I've played it twice now. Not other games I do that with. Alright, let's get back to it. This is just like Sea of Thieves, right? Once you have enough loot on you, you go turn that shit in before someone else does it for you. Or you get unlucky. Whoops. I don't think the other one aggroed yet, so I should be fine. But there DLC to play. Oh right! Probably that turns it into a whole ass new game, right? That's pretty insane. That game is hella complicated. playing Cyberpunk for the lizard pet. That's adorable. I think I saw a cat run around as well. The base game is easy, maybe for you. Every time I try to play Factorio, I always quit around the time I unlock Oil. So that probably means I'm a little bit smooth-brained. I think I have potions, because I always get a few hits in before I can send them on their way. But you know, that's the same thing, right? Minecraft has a similar thing, where that if they try to... If you want the game more complicated, you can mod that shit to be super complex. Like, I remember on our Minecraft server, you had like one hell of a contraption. I was freaking flabbergasted. It was super complex. And it was super well made too. So I was really glad to have seen it. But that's what's fun with some of these games, right? Games that have good mod support can make a big difference in the amount of enjoyment. Because it's like, it's not one game anymore. It's all of the games. Every single one of them. So you want Minecraft to be an RPG? Well, it can be. You want Minecraft to be a super hardcore, text-based survival game? It can be that as well. Oh shit. I hate casters in this game. They hit like fucking trucks. I mean, it doesn't help that I don't have any magic resist, so that's probably not helping. I should probably bring some resist potions. I mean, that's fine, Formula, no worries. Yeah, that was fun. Making Minecraft horror experience was fun. Yeah! Yeah, I've seen some people do that. Like, they turn the game into a freaking horror game. And the fact they can do that is really fucking entertaining. It's the same thing with Skyrim, right? Did you guys see the video? Where there's like almost Elden Ring looking fight against a big monster. And then you fucking realize that it's freaking Skyrim. Kinda crazy, right? So yeah, that game has been out long enough with a big mod support that you can pretty much turn that shit into anything you want. Ah, the hero grind thing. Yeah, the urban legends when you're young have really hit different. It's like when you were convinced there was a hidden cheat code in Tomb Raider. You see some nudity. But that was fake. And even if it was real, it's like, oh my god, it's triangles. Nobody wants to see that. But apparently a lot of people wanted to see that. Myself included when I was younger. Ah. Those were simpler times. Oh yeah, Slenderman. So I remember vividly when that shit was all over the internet. Because I used to have a French channel when I was younger. And we played a lot of that on the stream. Because it was very scary. So the fun we had was having guests over to play it. And filming their reaction. That was great. Man, Slender Man kind of just spearheaded a whole new type of horror games, didn't it? The find the pages horror. Like, you don't get Five Nights at Freddy's without Slender the 8 pages. And that thing fucking shaped an entire industry. Like all of the mascot horror that came after that. It's like it's a series of events, right? Yeah, exactly, Crasher, exactly. Skyrim mods are crazy. Like I saw a video on YouTube of someone with an AI NPC mod, and they were having conversations with even animals, right? So a guy was able to convince a bear to join him to exact vengeance for his fallen bear brothers. And that all happened emergently. Just because of the AI thing adjusted the friendliness of the bear accordingly. Like, that's fucking crazy. Like, I'm not a fan of AI when it comes to stealing other people's creativity. But in certain aspects, for like, populating a city with actual real people, that shit could be revolutionary. But that's not what people are using it for these days. They're just using it to drift people. And that makes me sad. Or like, do art instead of the artists. And I don't get that. It's like, you can use AI to do stuff that regular artists cannot in any meaningful way do. That's fine, but don't steal their jobs. Let the humans and aliens do the actual art. Yeah, exactly like living NPCs formula. VR Skyrim, it's like, you would get self-conscious at a certain point, wouldn't you? Going like, what the fuck conversation am I having right now? What is this? Gotta be careful about the tribal poisoners because they have really potent poisons. I'm gonna start chugging cure potions if I get caught by one of them. But what I like about the barding skills in this version of Ultima Online is that you can use it to weaken monsters so they take increased damage. So they get easier to kill, right? Oh. Ah, fucking fishing maps. Those things are pretty much worthless, unless it's the really rare ones. Oops. Ah, fuck. Poisoned. Okay. The cure pot worked on the first try, so I'm lucky here. When murder someone and actually started responding to me. Yeah, that... God damn it. It's like, how can you be, It's like, when you play those games, right, and the NPCs start actually pleading for their lives, I'm gonna stop playing video games. Because look, I feel guilty if I take mean dialogue options in video games. Then imagine if they actually respond intelligently to you. Dear God Almighty. That would be terrifying. Because you know it's not, they don't have sentience, right? But there's always that little part of you that goes like, but what if they do? Jeffy, what if they do? Are you killing a lot of sentient NPCs in their virtual world because you want to be entertained? That would be awful. That would be so bad. But now I can't get that out of my head. Better Telltale game where you actually respond to the NPC and has long-term effects. Well, I mean, some of them do, but it's kind of railroady, isn't it? They give you the illusion of choice, but everything ends up at the same spot. But imagine a game is able to, not because of AI, right, but because of good game design, have like 50 different endings. That would be a hell of a trip, wouldn't it? Oops. Hey, Gengar. No. Oh my god. Really. Let's go shopping, guys. I'm not much for big crowds, and TwitchCon has the biggest of them all. Also, hey Shad! Hi, welcome. Thank you for the raid. Hello, Raiders. I am Jeffy, Alien Fashionista. Welcome to my stream. Tonight we're playing some Ultima Online. More precisely, Ultima Online Outlands, which is a private server. The most popular server of Ultima Online. Still active right now, even compared to the actual live game. So it's a great place to be. I'm enjoying the nostalgia because I used to play the fuck out of that game back in 1998. Double rated? Hold on, who's rating me else? I don't see it. They did bug out. Oh, you rated me on YouTube. How are you enjoying multi-streaming? Thank you for the double raid. I really appreciate it. Hold on, let me get you a shout out.
Hey Jeffy, let me borrow $100 so I can take Cortana out on a date.
No, you might not be compatible, I think. I think she would probably hate your guts. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Maybe you would hit it off, who knows. Although I don't really follow Halo lore. Isn't she like kinda gone or something? Yeah, I mean, my YouTube channel is mostly empty most of the time. I use it for archival purposes because VODs on Twitch are pretty much non-existent. Let's not kid ourselves. So I like having a place where I can store my VODs without them taking space on my hard drive because they all take like 3 to 4 gigs each for 3 to 4 hours of streaming. That's a lot. Oops. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, viewership varies a lot. As long as you have people that enjoy your company, I feel like that's kinda still pretty good. And also, once you realize, like, more than half of people stream to less than 5 people, it really puts things in perspective. You didn't have it rendered like that. Sorry, he does a lot of mean comments to me sometimes, so sometimes I kind of let him have it once in a while. You know, it keeps things balanced. Speaking of which, I'll go put these on the vendor later. I'll need to get more arrows. Yeah, it's pretty cool, isn't it, Chad? Do you also use Restream? That's been my go-to. Pretty useful. I don't like how it changes my stream titles, even though I tell him not to. But other than that, it's pretty good. Alright, so I got my instrument, I got some arrows, wild bolts, got my crystals. I should grab a few more potions. Yeah, if you like retro games, I think you would probably like this one. Ultima Online is quite a unique experience. It's one of the rare full loot open world PvE/PvP type game out there. It's a lot of risk versus reward, it has non-instance housing. Pretty pog. People can even steal your shit if you're not careful, so a lot of freedom, but also a lot of consequences. So if you have a bad reputation on this server, people will fucking hound you. So, you know, it takes all kind of people. Multi-output add-on. Ah, okay, yeah, I'm lazy, so I use the Restream thingy. Ah, crap. Yeah, so this is more or less RuneScape's granddaddy. Ultima Online walked, so RuneScape could run. So if you don't know what's happening right now, I'm basically making them fight each other with barding skills. Because I'm playing instruments so good that makes them hate life and each other. It's a good skill to have, but if I don't have any PvP skills, so if a murderer comes by here, I'm fucked. That's why you gotta go make frequent trips to your house to drop loot so you don't get raided while you still have a lot of valuable shit on you. So having inexpensive equipment makes it worth it, so even if you get your ass clapped, you don't lose all of the profits you made with the farming. Oh well, no worries. Real life comes for us all, doesn't it? Nothing quite new in my end. I mean, I got a new job back in October. That's been keeping me pretty busy. Other than that, I mean, same old, you know? Although I don't really stream that many video games anymore, like I stream on Fridays mostly. Oh yeah, speaking of which, I have a dinner with friends next Friday, so I'm either gonna skip the stream or maybe stream on Thursday instead. So I'll keep you guys posted. I think it's to celebrate all of the spawn days in February of our friend group, so I don't want to miss it. Yeah, exactly, Devin, exactly. Yeah, the game has a lot of variety, so what's interesting about this game, right, is that it doesn't have levels, right? This game has skills you learn from 0 to 100 and up to 120 if you get special skill scrolls. So you can pick any skills you want. You have a cap of 720. Oh, hello nurse, what is this? Speaking of which, I just was talking about it. Ooh, provocation scroll. That's one of my skills. So I'm gonna put that in the lockbox. And hope I don't get fucking murdered with that on me. But if it is, part of the game. We'll do random videos right now. Not really. That kinda, you know, that was fun for a while, but after a certain point, you know, I mean, maybe I'll bring it back someday, but I do like picking the videos we watch. But yeah, so if you guys don't know, there used to be three big games, three big MMOs in the late 90s, early 2000. There was EverQuest, Ultima Online, and Asheron's Call. So EverQuest was kind of like World of Warcraft. Ultima Online was different. It was not a level treadmill, it was skill point based. And you could actually kill each other in the game. And Asheron's Call was a bit of a mix of both, I think. Don't quote me on that though. Could be wrong. I could be wrong. But most people know about the style of game that EverQuest was. Holy crap. I think I should probably go back home. Yeah, fuck it. I cleared the cap anyway. One day we'll do wrestling stream. No. But it's fun to have dreams, I guess. Wait a second, where did I put the other stuff I found? Wait. Oh shit, okay, hold on, I think I know what happened. This is not the right chest. This one. So once I have enough of these, I'm just gonna go buy a player vendor and put that shit in so other people can buy it. Because this game has a full player economy. Which is pretty sweet. Imagine that stream happens and gets you back into... I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, anything could happen, I guess. Would be pretty crazy, though. I know, my neighbor has a cat that makes noise when he walks past it, so I keep hearing cat noises whenever he goes upstairs in his house. So all of the houses you see around me right now are all other players. Other players own these houses, and they're actually in the world. Not a lot of games do that anymore. I think the only other game that has non-instance housing that I know of is Final Fantasy XIV. But the way they implemented it is not exactly the same because it's housing zones. So it's not in the world itself, it's instanced but finite. Which kind of is the worst of both worlds, if you ask me. The people who watch Wrestle retired already and don't have a lot of drive compared to. I mean, I'm totally understandable. Totally understandable, Crasher. The world game community, yeah. It's like, sometimes I'll see my neighbors in front of their house, I'll just stop and talk with them for a bit. And sometimes if murderers are killing each other, or killing one of my neighbors, I'll come out and try to help. So it really builds stories that modern games don't really let you build. But once again, I don't have much PvP skills, so I get my ass kicked pretty much exclusively. Which is fine. I'll have to learn how to do it at some point, so I can be a little bit more useful. Because there are big bosses in the game, right? That drop a shit ton of loot, so you and your guild go kill it. But you also have to protect it from other players trying to wait until you kill it to steal your shit on your way out. So it ends in the light of... it's exciting, but also it can be heartbreaking if you lose a big one. So those bosses are expensive to spawn if you don't get them naturally. Alright, perfect. I always don't remember if the thing is locked or not. Always fucks me up. One of the guy down here is home. So I gotta be careful. If he has a murderer, he could just log out and back in with it. And then just chase me off the spawn point. I've seen him in his house a few times. I don't think he ever came out. Well, I think he's macroing because you can AFK macro in this game. So it's like if you want to get good at sword fighting, then you just hit the dummy for a few hours off. You know, you're not there for it. It's like RuneScape, you can macro some shit. And GMs don't care about it. But there are some things you can't automate. Like, people get very angry if you try to automate treasure hunting and other shit like that. So there are some things made to prevent you from doing that. Because someone was trying to automate treasure hunting, so they had like a thing that would teleport you with a spell to the next spot where the treasure map was, and it would be all automated. So they put shit to stop that because that's kind of cheap, isn't it? Like, it's okay to be AFK if you're training a skill, but if you're actually earning money, better be there or you're gonna be in trouble. And the game lets you have 3 accounts, but you can only have 1 online at a time. But you can have more than 1 online at a time, but you cannot be in dungeons. And if the game detects 2 identical IPs doing treasure chest or something, you'll do 1 damage to the monsters on it. So there are some countermeasures in place. I'm worried for him, Jebs, because that's the kind of move that can cripple someone if they're not careful. Because the older you get, the more prone to injuries you are. So that means if you're not careful, it's like the guy that played Mankind back in the day. He has like chronic pain now, doesn't he? Because of all of the injuries he sustained while wrestling. Because, you know, wrestling itself might be fake, right? But it's not fake as in the actual moves you make. It could actually fucking injure you or kill you if you're not careful. That's the part people forget. Like, yes, the hits are fake, but sometimes the hits are not so fake. And people got hurt a lot. Yeah, sure, Josh, sure. And that would be a mindfuck. No, I'm not in good enough health. Not in good enough health to be a freaking wrestler. You realize how much in shape you have to be to do that. Yeah, I would swing the chair, I would hit the guy, and I would hurt my elbow doing it. Because of the reverberations of the metal on my arm. Going like ah. That would be me trying to not fucking shit myself in terror on stage. But you know, you go like, why are you shy? You're a streamer. Yes, but I'm alone in my room right now. There's a big difference. There's a separation to it that I would not have if I was on stage. It's different skill sets too. I'm gonna fucker to a spear at my head. I would not even make it a month, Jabs. I would get filtered out in basic training. Same thing if I go to the army. Same result. Oh, they want us to bring in asthmatic, out-of-shape alien. Middle-aged alien, mind you. Oh yeah, that'll be great. That'll be great for our viewership numbers. We'll make so much money. No, you won't. No, I'll injure myself on the first day of training and then I'll have to be excused forever. That's if I survive, that is. Also, yeah, you guys grabbed your free Epic game this week, I hope. I think one of them was like a F1 management thing, so I know a lot of people would go crazy for the soccer variant of that, so that could be interesting. Oh, I got stuck in the tree. I'll go grab the guy outside. See if I can make this a 3 people affair. It's easier to pull enemies when you have an archery skill. But seriously, when I had mace fighting, I had to go bop them over the head with a mace so they would follow me. And sometimes I would drag the whole entire fucking dungeon on my head at once. And the thing with Bard is that it's really good, but there's a cooldown between actions, so if you have too many mobs at once, you can't all make them attack each other, and they all beat your ass. That got me killed a few times. Like if they both hit you at the same time, or if 2 of them are magic casters and they throw big spells at your head. Or if one of them poisons your ass at the worst possible moment. or break, like just happened, Bart breaks, or like when they ignore your commands and they keep chasing you. Not too bad, these mobs don't hit too hard, but if it's an Elder Dragon that breaks their barding attempt, then you get your fucking ass one shot. And it's not funny. What if rest of them starting to learn 30s? Why does that sound like a recipe for lifelong illness or injuries? Because you're not that spry at that age. I mean, even if you're in good health, wrestling is very taxing on the body. So I would imagine some shit would go down. I like this camp because the respawn is pretty quick. And it's not in a dungeon, so I can just recall at the first sign of trouble. Which means... Oh, what is this? Oh, fuck. The chieftain is scary here. The chieftain is pretty scary. Because he has a freaking huge ass bleed attack. If I get hit by that, I have to baby my health bar for the next 10 seconds. There it goes. It's a cooldown, so even if he chases me for a while, I should be safe from it for a while. Oh god, not again. Here he comes. I got a cut line of sight. Ah, fuck. He nailed me with it. Well, this sucks. Good thing I have some good healing skills. Because, that thing almost took my whole health bar away in like 7 seconds. Alright, that's my cue to exit. Those nights are reducing my focus. I bet. Yeah, you work nights, right? So that means you have to fight against falling asleep a lot of the times. And your job has some slower moments in it too, so that means it becomes really boring at some points. So that's not great. That's probably not great. Hold on, how am I doing on resources? Yeah, I could still probably go for another run without having to restock my arrows. Still good for the food buff. No wait, hold on. I forgot to put the stuff in the precious item box. Okay, so what is this? Backpack dye. I think I might use that. That's cool. That's like dark purple. That would look good in my... Hold on, how much is this worth? The game has a website where you can see all of the vendors on the server. I'm gonna go take a look. Let's go see how much money that is. The 2 pickups on Epic or F1 Racing Manager game and a Sting combo thing for Loba. Alright. Well, I mean, the F1 Manager game seems fine, although I don't really play Apex Legends anymore. Hold on, what? Backpack dye. Okay, I mean, it's not on sale. There's no other one on sale. Okay, so I'm gonna have to be careful when selling this. I need to go look on the Discord to see if someone sold this before, because I don't want to undersell it, as in sell it too low. That would suck. Imagine it's like, oh yeah, it's worth 1 million. Did you just sell it for 10,000 gold? I did. Oh no. Yeah, that would fucking suck. Oh my god, that would suck. Alright, let's see, do I have anything else in here? I like how everything has a container thing you can click. Makes every container feel like, because you can organize them however you want, right? So everything in it is exactly like you want it to be. And that's awesome. It's a nice little touch, makes the world feel more alive. Probably make a macro for the key. The guild is gonna go do some treasure maps tonight. I'm gonna be joining them. Takes too much attention, so I wouldn't be able to stream and do that at the same time. Already fighting monsters takes kind of a lot of work. Because the thing in this game, right, is that it's not like World of Warcraft where you're pretty tanky. Even when you're higher skilled in this game, if you turn away for a few seconds, sometimes you can get your fucking ass beat in the time it takes to say ouch. So you gotta be careful. Aha! So Agent has started watching wrestling again. I know someone's gonna be very happy about that. And you're talking to them right now, not me, Jabs. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is, right? It's entertainment. If you're having fun with it, that's awesome. People should be able to enjoy their hobbies however they see fit. There's a lot of people that judge people for shit that doesn't impact them the least. I find that funny and sad at the same time. Because it's like, so what if they play this game or enjoy this movie? What does that change in your life? Whoops, they died too quick, so now I have this fucking guy with a poisoned weapon chasing me. One problem to have. Means I'm too good at killing them. Virtual looking game out there, but this is an old game, kept alive. Yeah! Kept alive in more ways than one. Improved on, also. Because this game has a lot of things the base game did not have. Like, it's a whole ass custom map, for starter. And there's a whole new progression system on top of the skill-based system that adds a lot of life to the game. A long-term objectives to follow. Like the mastery chain system that lets you add even more special skills or special abilities that you can unlock by... It's very slow to unlock. There's 30 links you can unlock to put stuff in. And I've been playing a lot, and I only have 5 unlocked. So it's a really long-term thing to add on top of all the other systems you can do. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to beat what wrestling did in the late 90s, Agent, that's for sure. Even I will admit to that, and I'm not much of a wrestling fan at all. It was a unique time, for sure. Whoop, another one. There's a little bit less thieving in these outdoor areas. It's more if I go into a dungeon that keep your head on a swivel. Although PKs will just drop in the middle of their farm spot here instead of having to run from the entrance. So it's a different type of risk. Well, I mean, you got nothing to lose, right? The worst thing is you don't enjoy it. And then that's that. Same thing with Ultima Online, right? If you guys are curious, Ultima Online Outlands. OUTLANDS. It's free to try. But who knows, maybe you'll enjoy it. If you like games like RuneScape, you will love this one. So it's more of that, but with a little bit more danger, would be a good way to put it. Ah, shit. I need to wait for the mage to get out of this little hut. But he's not doing it, so I have this other fucking insane dude chasing me. I have to run laps around him, while the mage is flame striking my ass, and I just failed my barding attempt. See? In 1 second I was almost dead there. As I said, this game is kind of unforgiving. Hey, Def. Thank you. That's very kind of you. How you doing? Good to see you. Hope life has been treating you well in this lovely 2025 of ours. What I like about this specific build is that you can literally fight two monsters at the same time. Which is fun, because like you all pair them up in groups of two fighting each other and then you just pick them off. It's really entertaining. It's like there's a lot of juggling also. And sometimes if you fail a lot of your attempts, it can get pretty fucking dicey. This is not too bad, but there are some very crowded monster camps. And if you're not careful, you can get surrounded. And if a lot of them are ranged, you can kiss your ass goodbye if you don't line of sight them properly. You're more brittle in this game than other games. Huge allergy attack. Oh god. I mean, I'm doing okay, all things considered. I hope you're doing okay, Beth. That sounds scary. If you're just tuning in, I'm just grinding some gold in this game. Using archery because I like being... Whoop, forgot to loot this guy. I like archery because it allows me to keep my distance. You know, sometimes they'll chuck a spear at your head, but other than that, you're mostly safe-ish. Especially if you make them fight each other with your bardic skills. Yeah, you're welcome, Def. Yeah, we're just chilling tonight. But yeah, so... Yeah, this game has a lot of social aspects to it because of the way it's designed, right? A lot of the modern MMOs don't really have that anymore. And I noticed that there's a lot of different reasons for that. Like modern MMOs, right? Like if you play a retail World of Warcraft, right? Say you want to do a dungeon. Well, you go looking for a group tab. People hop into your group, you hop into the dungeon. Nobody talks to each other unless you fucked up and then they yell at you. But then you never see them again. Well, back in these types of games, you want to get a group together, well, you have to gather up, you have to get ready, you put your equipment on, you go all into the dungeon, and if you die, you lose your shit. So there's a lot of drama in, like, recovering your stuff. Like, we got chased by murderers yesterday in a dungeon. We lost one of ours. And it was a guy with most of the loot on him, so we had to escape afterwards. So we saved ourselves, but we lost one. So that sucked, but luckily for us, we had enough resource to get him back on track. So we could restock his stuff and leave. So that adds a lot of excitement to the game. But sometimes it can be a little bit stressful. Like right now, a murderer could just drop in and fucking two-shot my ass if I'm not careful. That adds a lot of risk versus reward decisions that you don't really have in other games these days, unless you're playing like WoW hardcore. But even if you die in this game, it's like you lose your stuff, you can go buy more. then you're right back to it. Hardcore WoW is more like you die, you just lost 70 hours of work. Which can happen in this game if you suffer a catastrophic loss. Like, for example, if you try to place a house, and guild hears you're doing it, and they just drop in and kill you over and over again until your house deed becomes stealable. Then they yoink it. That's millions of gold gone. Like, I've heard some horror stories, because whenever there's a new landmass that opens up, right? There's a land rush. And this last land rush was timed, as in everybody could place at a specific moment. And the amount of murderers I saw roaming the lands around my newly placed house, looking for people to murder and steal their shit. That was scary. I'm gonna have to go restock soon, I'm almost out. Ah, thank you, Jabs. Yeah, I had a pretty fun spawn day on Tuesday. It was interesting, to say the least. It's funny because I don't feel that older. But a lot of people are scared about the big 4-0. And I'll be honest, I was kind of worried myself as well. Alright, this is gonna be the last dude I kill. And I'm gonna go back home and restock. We don't want to be caught with your pants down in this game. Oh shit. He broke away from the barding effect, so I'm gonna wait until it's cooled down entirely and I'm gonna come in and stop him. Not sure I'm hitting him through the fucking throne room, but I'm not gonna question it. Wow, I'm almost full. 12 more stones of weight and I couldn't move and couldn't recall. Well, that's cutting it close. Hey, welcome back, Formula. During the new Assassin's Creed game is giving out early copies to YouTubers and streamers and actually send emails to people telling them to go watch content, but has the gall to say it's not sponsored content. That's always been a gray area. Always a gray area, Crasher, because the thing is, well, I guess early access is considered a value. To have a value, right? Because some people charge for early access. So I guess that is kind of scummy now that I think about it. Because that's the thing, right? It's like, they don't... If they just told you guys, oh, the game released on that date, feel free to review it if you want. But giving out the copy is kind of... it's sponsored. Although, a lot of companies vary in how they deal with it. Because, you know, you can sponsor a review, but as long as you tell them you can be as negative as you want. It's like the guy, Josh Thrive Hayes, right? He refuses to review a game if you don't let him be negative about it, if the game deserves it. Some studios will tell him to go fuck off. But I feel like that's more honest, right? Like, if you don't let people review your game honestly, why the fuck are they doing it in the first place? What's the point? Why are we here? What is it that you want? Anyway, it's stupid. Like, oh yeah, you can review the game, but you can't be mean about it. Well, I mean, you know, you can say the game sucks. You can do it in a professional manner, of course. But I understand the studio doesn't want to have someone tell them their game sucks so bad that the creators should be dragged out of the street and shot. You know, there are some limits. But if the person says that this game could improve in these departments, that's not breaching anything. Wish I was a famous YouTuber who get free games. Well, the thing is, it's fun at first. But everything, once it has a financial value tied to it, can start to feel like a chore if you're not careful. And if gaming is one of your only hobbies, you gotta be really careful about that. Because I almost got myself into that situation when I started streaming a lot back in the day. Where I started to find gaming annoying because it felt like a job because of the full-time streaming thing. So I had to balance it out with other things on stream. Do not lose my goddamn mind. I mean, I've spoken about that in the past. Oops. How am I doing in arrows? 165. I should probably grab some more. Running out of arrows would be embarrassing. At least now I can just recall away. Imagine if you're on the 3rd floor of a dungeon. You can't recall out until you get to the gates on the other side. And you're out of ammo. So you're a sitting duck, mostly. So always keep an eye out on your resources. You can have counters and shit to keep an eye on it. Which helps. Helps a lot. Still good, my ARP hasn't broken yet, so I don't have to repair it. I gotta repair it before it poofs though, otherwise I could be in trouble. My food ran out, so I'm gonna grab another meal. Yeah, this game gets an amazing 1 out of 10 stars. Exactly, Fluffy. Not only is there a free game copy, it's also the early access. People are going to want to... Yeah! The early access has a value now because a lot of chuckle-headed developers are now putting that in their Ultimate Editions. It's like that fucking shit with the World of Warcraft expansion. Like, oh, you wanna play with your friends? Well, hope you got the Ultimate Edition like they did. Otherwise, you're not playing shit until Monday. You know, I did not fall for it. I played World of Warcraft while the new expansion came out, and I waited like everybody else for the actual release day, for the poor people. Because I wasn't about to encourage their behavior. Because once they see how much it works, all of the companies are going to start doing it. And then next thing we know, there's going to be a release date for the poor and a release date for the rich. And it kinda is already, isn't it? I think the Assassin's Creed game has like a 2 days early access, hasn't it? Well, that counts. That fucking counts. Call of Duty giving 30 days. Wait, what? 30 days? Wow, the slippery slope has turned into a slip and slide. Fucking serious right now. That's atrocious. That's awful. Please say psych. Please say you're kidding, playing your prank on me. Yeah, 30 days doesn't feel right. But wouldn't surprise me, to be quite honest. Call of Duty seems like the type of game that would attempt such a bullshit thing. Within a week, and like 80% of the people who play it, they won have already quit. I mean, here's the thing, right? How long have they been making Call of Duty games in this style of, right? We're at, what, year 7, year 10? At a certain point, you would imagine people would get bored of it, at the very least. I don't know, it's like... Here's the thing though, with multiplayer games like that, session-based multiplayer games, you gotta be in the mood for that. You know, like a one-off session. I like MMOs because even if you play night over night, there's always some progress being made. And I know Call of Duty games have that. They have like progressive unlocks and shit. But it's not the same. I don't know. I guess I'm just a little bit jaded about certain types of games, or certain types of games I don't actually enjoy that much. I mean, you know, I played a bit of arena shooter types with Team Deathmatch and shit. That was fun for a while. I remember playing Team Fortress 2 for a bit. Or just Quake 3 Arena. I remember playing it against my brother and he would kick my ass all the way to Sunday. But I don't know. I don't really have the drive to play those types of games anymore. Oh shit, I failed. Gotta be careful about the casters in this game. They fucking hurt. Mods that also root you into place. Like, there are certain types of big monsters here. Like, there's a moss giant south of this island that has a tag that wraps you into vines. So if you get hit by him, and then he roots you into place and then he fucking one-shots your ass. If you're not careful because you failed your boarding attempt. There's another monster in the water dungeon that fucking scares the shit out of me because he just fucking eats you. Like, he gobbles you up and he does like 200 damage, and then spits you out. I don't have 100 HP. The fuck? So that's a death sentence when that happens. Then you have to go into the dungeon with a new set of gear trying to recover your body so you can actually not lose anything. And that gets dicey. Like, I was playing with my host brother yesterday and we both died in the bottom of the dungeon. Recovering that shit was really scary because, I mean, I was lucky because I had another set of gear ready, so I was able to go back. And my host brother has a stealth build, so he just stealths around invisible and was able to make it back to his buddy safely. I don't have those skills, so I had to run past a ton of enemies. Although I can make them peaceful with my peacemaking skill. So that can work, but if it fails and you get chased in the corner and you die, then that's even worse. So that adds another layer to this game, I feel like. So 100 days. Yeah, so that's like, what, about 10 days? More or less for me. Like, that's still a long fucking time. Not 30 days, but we'll get there at this rate. I remember when the early access stuff was like 1 day early. Now we're all the way up to 4 or 5. As I said, it's a slippery slope. We'll blink and next thing we know there'll be 30-day early access. Or they'll start charging monthly subscription to play Call of Duty or some shit. We're gonna get there at some point. At the way things are going right now, I wouldn't be surprised if that gets attempted. Like some kind of Call of Duty Plus, where everybody gets an advantage when they play there. Schools have early access periods. You mean like actual school, right? Don't give them any ideas. You already have some people in the world having school on Saturday, like in Japan. We don't need that here. I was already very sad having to go 5 days a week, imagine. Or stores. Oh yeah, do you want exclusive access to the convenience store before everything gets fucking taken? Get our convenience store membership. You know, like fucking dystopian ideas. Jesus Christ. I'm getting depressed just thinking about them. Ugh, that's fucking disgusting. Like, oh yeah, you wanna go do your groceries? Well, we're closed to regular members. If you want, you need to be a VIP to get access to the store at this time. I'm like, bitch, I work on those hours. Well, better be a VIP then, if you want to shop after work. You motherfuckers. This is not like electronics. I need food to live, bitch. Don't do that to me. I wouldn't be surprised if someone attempted that. That would piss me off though. This fucking wanton, full spec greed in all of its shitty ass glory. You can make millions. Well, here's the thing, right? I feel like a lot of very rich people forget is that after a certain point, once you hit a certain amount of richness, right, your quality of life doesn't change much. Like, what's the difference between someone who has 1 million versus 5 million? Kind of a bigger difference. But what's the difference between someone with like 500 million and $1 billion? Not that much. Not that much, really. Like, you hit some really severe diminishing returns at some point. Because I think for a lot of rich people at that point, it becomes a game of my number's bigger than yours. And that's fucking stupid. Not only is it stupid, it's dangerous. Because they turn into like dragons hoarding such wealth. All that money's coming from somewhere. Just saying. Alright, someone's suffering from cuteness aggression. Josh, where did that come from? Am I talking too much for you? You know what you signed up for when you came here. I'm a yapper. It's what I do. Although, cute aggression is a real thing, by the way. You felt like saying it in all caps. Interesting. Okay, thank you, Josh. Okay, so here's the thing I learned about cute aggression. Apparently, if something is too cute, certain people will have not a violent, but aggressive reaction. Oh shit. Okay. 2 is fine. 3 is starting to push it a little bit. I don't have my weapons on. I was wondering, like, why are they not dying? Stupid Jeffy forgot their stupid crossbow. They were not shooting stupid arrows at the stupid monsters. Yeah, I mean, that's fine from them. Most people are like that. But some people, when they see, like, a cute kitten, they'll be like, oh my god, I want to smush those little cheeks until blood pours out. Well, not really, but, you know, they get kind of aggressive, but not in a dangerous way, don't get me wrong. They do that, it's like... It's weird. It's hard to describe. But I've seen some people do that. I'm sure they have their reasons. But I gave a pretty extreme example. But it's more like, ooh, I just want to squish those cheeks while playing with a little baby cat. Because it's so like small and rotund that they can't stop themselves. It's a cousin of the "oh, it's so cute" reaction, but it goes into a whole ass different thing. Yes, it's a little bit spicier when they're not paired up like that, so I have like a uneven amount of chuckleheads fighting here. And the more I add to this little pile, the more one of them has a risk of getting freed. But I have this fucking conga line. You have to figure out which one has lost control here, because sometimes one of them is chasing the others. And the one that broke free is chasing you. So you have to figure out which one it is, and sometimes they look similar, so it gets a little bit confusing, and if you don't pay attention, you get your ass kicked. Like, for example, if that guy got to the entrance before I got out of it, he could have walled me in there. And I would have gotten stuck between the two inside this little tiny ass hut. And that would have been GG's for me. We gotta be careful. Nothing sucks in this game more than getting boxed in. You still have adventurer's rope you can use to, like, teleport in quotes somewhere else nearby. But it's not very far, it's like over here. Well, that's helpful if you get stuck. But you gotta be quick, you gotta have it back road somewhere. And you still gotta have some. Hopefully Thief did not yoink him. Because they like stealing the ropes. Because it cuts your mobility when you try to chase them afterwards and they steal your shit. They like stealing potions, bandages, and some of them even have weapons, so they can fight you and steal all your healing items. So you're easier to kill. But yeah, there's a whole strategy to it. The PvP in this game gets pretty intense. There's a lot of the PvE skills don't work in PvP, so I have a lot of healing skills for PvE. But if a killer attacks me, I can't heal with that skill anymore. It would be too powerful. So yeah, there's a lot of information in this game to learn. But you know, it's a fun little thing to do. You learn over time, people teach you. Big sense of community because a lot of people talk to each other in this game. Well, maybe not in really popular cities, but you know, you encounter people in farming spots and you'll often talk. Some people don't like talking though, and that's okay too. I guess at the end of the day, the fact all of these can coexist together in different games really lets you custom tailor your game experience to something you enjoy. So if you don't like open world, the PvE, PvP type games with full loot, there's plenty of other games to choose from. Like, people like to bitch about the state of gaming these days, but yes, some games are shitty. Shittier now. But you also have to remember that there's a lot of games out now. Oh, hello. Shell scroll. Like, it's a real cornucopia. A lot of options. So yeah, sometimes you'll see a game and go like, that's not for me. Well, not only is there a lot of other games coming out every day, you also have a probably gigantic backlog of games you can just catch up on. We all have it. You know, you get a game here and there on sale at $5. That's like thousands of hours of gameplay you could be using instead of being angry at the current games coming out. That's the way I see it. Some people just want to be angry. Feels like it gives them purpose. Some people are angry because being angry sell. All strong emotions are good sellers, especially in our social media world we live in. Last bit of gaming news before I have to go. Apparently, back in '97, MMO named Tibia released. They just announced a new class after only having 4 playable for that. Wow! Really? I never played Tibia. I heard about it, but it wasn't that big back in the day. But it lasted a long time. That's for damn sure. Yeah, there's a game that's even... There's an older MMO that's even older than Ultima Online. Meridian 57 or something. Oh my god, that guy fucking scared the shit out of me. I almost pressed the recall button. It's a blue name, so it's not a murderer. But it still made my heart rate go up. Alright, I'll just kill these 2 bozos. And maybe I can grab the shamans or the big ticket item. Those are the one with the most money, but I still have some room. I don't want to push my luck, because if that guy came in and go like, oh, there's a guy here, I'm gonna come back with my PK. Then I'm fucking foobarred. Yeah, committing to a game these days for me is very hard. I'll go more on that later. So the announcement made a lot of people come back. Really? That's awesome. I might have to look into it. You said Tibia, right? I do like old school games. Almost tried the EverQuest private server Project Corm. But I'm not sure if I have that time commitment to put to a new game like that, especially because I'm playing Ultima Online right now. I know a lot of people also are very big fans of RuneScape, but I never could quite get into it. Something about the slow-paced walking really gets to me. Not in a good way. RuneScape was my commitment game, then the devs announced a bunch of super good price and stuff for the membership. Oh yeah, that was like about a month ago, wasn't it, Rasher? I heard a lot of people being pissed off about that, and deservedly so. That's so fucking predatory. That's also the downside of MMO games, right? Is that unlike a single player game, they will end at some point. And you will lose your progress. Same thing with this private server, right? If for any reason it goes tits up, well, all my characters are gone. At least the memories will persist. Also, there's a monster outside my house. I'll go take care of it. Come here, bitch. I'm lucky. I don't think there's a lot of PKs in this neighborhood. The ones I did see were more to the north. Thank God for targeting with click and drag, because otherwise the guy is hiding behind my tower. I need to finish decorating this, but furniture is expensive in this game. I guess I could also train up carpentry. Seeing how scary it is to shower right now. I bet. Like, if you move weird, you would probably hurt a lot. I vaguely remember when I had a hernia when I was really, really young. Just moving around just hurt constantly. So I can only begin to imagine how you're feeling. So that's the player on his own ship. There's ships in this game. And there's a sea full of monsters here. He's talking to me right now. That's at the top of our heads. And away he goes. I've seen people sink a lot of time into boating in this game, but it looks expensive. Not only that, I think there's a big team. Like, there's an alliance of seafaring guilds, right? And all they do all day long is look for people trying to kill NPCs. And we fucking steal their shit and box them in. Because, ooh, I don't trust this dude. Come and steal my thing. That was a summoner. He might step into the thing here, so we're gonna try grabbing some of the higher value targets. The two shaman at the bottom and the one at the top are the big money earner here. Okay, so scary as in you could fuck it up somehow, not as in it hurts. Okay, I see. Understandable. Modern medicine on this planet is pretty scary. You forget how advanced... Like, I forget how advanced my home is sometimes when I see what's happening here. So I haven't cured Chancellor though, so... That thing plagues the entirety of the existence of sentient species. There's always an element of chaos to everything that nobody can control. You can track how many people are playing the game by how expensive bonds are. They drop 25% in like a week. No kidding! Yeah, I've always been fascinated with MMO economies. Alright, what the fuck is this guy doing? Oh, he's doing a treasure chest! So he's not here for the camp, he's here to dig up a treasure chest. Oh my god, there's so many mobs here, I can't pick up their fucking... Okay, this is stupid. Okay, I got him now. Oh, there's a third guy here. Fuck. I'll catch up with chat in a second. I just need to get rid of this dude chasing my ass. Okay, where were we? Yeah, so... in-game economies are fascinating. Because it's hard to balance an in-game economy, right? Like, they have economists in video game studios, like the people who do EVE Online, right, which is one of the most complex video game economies out there. They have like an economist full-time there to balance the economy. Like all the money sinks. The money. I'm talking like a lunatic. The money. Because the thing most MMOs have problems with, if they have a very big economy, or a big focus on the economy, is that they are a victim of inflation, just like regular economies too. Once enough money gets put into the system, because when you kill monsters, money pops out of thin air. So you have to, because if you don't take out money of the system every once in a while, things start to cost more and more and more. So you have to put things in place that eats up money, like repair fees, or resurrection costs, or like crafting fees. So if you don't do that, you get stuck with hyperinflation in your game, and then after that, people starting out in the game have so much things to catch up on because everybody's got trillions of dollars. So if you want to buy equipment, everything costs so much money that the new people can't fucking do anything about it because the monsters still drop the same amount of gold. So it's a complicated topic, which is pretty fascinating. Exactly, Formula. About the Mets. I'm not talking about methamphetamine, I'm talking about the team, the baseball team. So yeah, the game needs a healthy amount of money sinks. This Ultima Online, this economy has a bunch. Because people are grinding mobs all day long, putting money in the economy. But there's a lot of systems in place to make money disappear. Like, for example, there's a weekly lottery where 50% of all the money put in gets put as a prize to be won. So that means 50% of all the lottery money just poofs out of the economy overnight, every week. Same thing with housing lotteries. So if someone forgets to refresh their house for a month, it goes on auction. And people can put money to buy tickets to that auction. Well, it's a lottery. And then if you win the house. And housing in this game is very expensive because there's a finite amount of space for it. Right? So it's like, for example, I won the lottery when they opened up the land. Right? So the way they did that shit is that they gave out tickets to let you place in the new world before the actual world opened up for real. And those tickets were 10,000 each. So a lot of people put in a lot of money to win a chance. And then the housing itself costs a lot of money to buy the deed to place their house. And then if you don't place the house, you have to buy it. And housing goes for millions of gold on the server because, as I said, finite amount. Finite amount. That was weird, Super. What happened to Maple Story stands for the game has been going for so long that the top 10% of the game is lightning. Yeah, exactly, Crusher, exactly. And it's like, oh yeah, you wanna buy something from another player, it's 10 million gold, but every monster drops 500 gold. Good luck. The original Ultima Online servers have this problem. Because there's not a lot of money sinks. So the people that made this server knew this would happen. So they have a lot of money sinks. So as I said, there's housing, there's lotteries, there's also a lot of upgrades you can have on your character that cost a ton of money. Like, oh, you want gold to weigh 30% less so you can carry more of it. Well, that's 2.5 million to buy that. Oh, you want to buy some cool clothing? Well, that costs hundreds of thousands of gold also. And that money poofs out if you use it, because it's being generated. I mean, the company is taking the money and deleting it if you buy it from their shop. You can buy it from another player, so the money stays in the economy, or you can buy it from the game itself. Okay, I think that's my cue to exit. Don't be greedy, Jeffrey, don't be greedy. These nights, it's the thing. I mean, that doesn't sound. That made sense, Formula. You think you had an amount of time left, but you had more. Happens to me all the time at my job. It's frustrating, but don't feel bad about feeling that way. Really normal to feel that way. Okay, so my god, this got very lucky. Not one, but 2 skill scrolls. A skill orb, which lets you go over 700 skill points. An artisan aspect core, that goes for a pretty penny, I think. That's pretty expensive. A little bit low on arrows, though. Watching the alien talk about money if I show this to a Victorian child. I mean, just showing them your smartphone would make their brains bleed, I would assume. Alright, thanks for hanging out, Crasher. Been making your house that cost like 4 months of game time worth. Oh dear lord. I mean, that's good, so that means they care about the economy then, Crasher. Did not know you could have custom housing in RuneScape. But in any event, thank you for hanging out. Hope you have a wonderful weekend, man. Always good to see you. Yeah, it is kind of surreal to think about. You guys are currently watching an alien play a 27-year-old game on a private server. Kind of wild to think about. What a world we live in. We're gonna have to stop and repair my musical instruments. Getting a little bit dinged up here. Alright, let's go to the public crafting bench. Always gotta be careful when you're in town. Guards can kill thieves and shit, but you gotta call the guards if you see someone stealing your stuff. Okay, no, seems to be fine. Of course you would, Jabs. I would not expect anything less from you. Right. Hello, child. Do you want this wrestling move? No? Well, tough shit. Here it comes. And you just power slam. Alright, so you know I was talking about macroing earlier. That's what I'm talking about. So all these people are training their fighting skills on a battle trainer on the steps of this public house. So someone set this up, right? So now people can train their skills for free. And there's also a public repair bench where you can repair your items. And if you want to train stealing, there's also a training dip over there in the corner. All provided by other players. And all of those naked people up there are all NPC vendors set up in the house because that's how you can trade. You're like, oh, what do you sell? Nothing. What about you? Nothing as well. Hold on, I got a better example. Like these vendors here. They actually have shit on sale. And that's other players crafting that stuff and they sell it in their house. They made their house public so they can't lock their doors. and they have vendors. I don't like having a public house because people can come in, and that's scary. So you have to block out your front door and put all the vendors outside. But they can still probably track an arrow or a spell through the fucking table you put in the front of the door. So I don't like that. Makes me too nervous. That's why I have a public... I got a vendor at the public vendor house. So a player can put down contracts which you can rent. So for example, I rent a vendor at the house of another player for $9,000... 9,000 gold a week. Which is pretty much nothing if you farm for any length of time in this game. Oh, hold on, there's a broken-hearted NPC here. There's a Valentine's Day event where you have to shoot the broken-hearted NPCs with the Cupid arrows. That reminds me, I'll go see if there's a few here. Might get some few extra bonus event points before it ends tonight. I think it's actually the last day for that, so might as well check real quick. Right, here's one of my guild members. Under AFK Alt, promoting the guild. It's in French, because it's a French guild. No broken-hearted NPCs here. Yeah, so this one has one. And you can get all of these decorations depending on how high you score in the event. So as long as you score higher than 75%, so in the top 25% you get all of the rewards in multiple copies depending on how many points you have. So I have 64 points. So I'm like 5 away from the funny number. And I'm in the 86th percentile, so that means I'm in the top 14% of players for the event. So page 33 of 247 participants. Okay, so what's funny though, is that some people really know life this game. Every time you shoot an NPC with that arrow that drops some monsters, so you have to farm the arrows, you get 1 point. Okay, so the guy in first place has 1,000 event score. The next closest competitor has 502. I have 66, or 64. So can you imagine? Dear Lord. Some people really know life this game, and that's fine if they enjoy it. I'm just making an observation. Wowee. Not sure what's worse, watching your favorite musician go crazy or watching your favorite musician become a sellout. Some people do both. If you're talking about who I think you're talking about. Kinda did both. Alright, so how many magic items do I have in my recycler? Holy crap, that's a lot. Yeah, this is a really good quality of life item, the recycler. It lets you recycle items with a filter, so only the best magic items are kept. So that's fucking cool. It's expensive though, it's like at the very minimum 450,000 gold. Alright, let's get back to it. Oh, you were talking about 2 separate musicians. Is one of them Kanye West? Because that guy needs medical attention. Because it's pretty worrying. He's gonna hurt someone if he keeps up like that. Lady Gaga's a sellout. Wow, you saying that? Goddamn, did I miss something? What did she do? Because I heard she went on the Hot Ones YouTube show. I don't think that's why you'd be angry. Considering you like, or were one of her biggest fans. So what happened? I mean, if it breaks the rule to talk about it, then just tell me and I'll drop the topic. Holy crap! 2 rare items and one. Okay. All right. Jesus Christ. Fuck it, I'm gonna go put that in the bank right away. The game is telling me something here. Jesus Christ, I got pretty lucky here. That's a lot of rare loot. Alright, let's go back. Several MasterCard commercials, the wine commercials, the watch commercials, the focusing one, the makeup brand. Well, that's the thing, right? Okay, so I feel like a lot of artists at a certain point, they kind of fall out of love with their craft. Happens to all of them. It's only a matter of time. And after that, there's not much left to do, except make money off the brand before you become irrelevant. And if that guarantees the livelihood of you and your young ones, sometimes that feels like the only viable option, right? But then again, if she's already richer than rich, then that is all moot. Actors are the same. I mean, yeah, think about that, right? People were calling Bruce Willis a sellout before they realized why he was doing all of those shitty movie roles to make as much money as possible. If you did not know, he was suffering from a rare form of dementia that would make him lose himself. So he was making as much money to take care of his family even after he's gone. In quotes. I'm not saying that it's the same thing here, right? You get some rest, Agent. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you have a wonderful weekend. Watch out for all the snow, though, okay? Shit's gonna get fucking dicey on Sunday. It's already pretty dicey now, considering all the fucking snow we got. The actors are the same, indeed. Indeed, as I was talking about. But yeah, it's a tough thing to think about, because everybody wants to do something they love and get paid for it, right? But the irony is, like Firmina says, once it eventually becomes a job. Doesn't matter how much you love something, there will always come a time that if you feel forced to do it, you will not enjoy it as much as you used to. And even if that does not come to pass, it's still the fact that a lot of people end up in a way that kind of becomes a problem later on. I'm assuming it's probably a big problem for older actors. Like, you've done so many roles, right? You've pretty much done all of you wanted to accomplish. Everything's already done, right? So after that, you're like, what's left? What do I do? Do I just retire, and then you retire, and then you're fucking bored to tears? So you still do some acting gigs, but you're not in the limelight anymore, so you don't get as many good roles as you used to. And people call you sellouts if you take those roles afterwards, because they assume you're a fucking billionaire. Not all actors are millionaires, mind you. The business really eats you alive. And most actors don't make a living wage, but you don't really hear much about them. Oh god, are we rolling ads again? I guess I have not kept up with the ad time, huh? Got distracted by this game. You know how this game is. You pay attention to it a lot, and then next thing you know, it's almost nighttime. Yeah, a Jeffy ad. Oh my god. I don't think I could afford advertising on Twitch. Not only that, advertising as a streamer is fucking dangerous. Because most of the time if you try to put an ad out, people will not click it out of spite. Because they feel like you're forcing them to go see you. So it's really rare for streaming that ads work. So people do ads, but they hide those ads. So it's like, oh, it's not an ad, but it kinda is. Oh look, these guys are fighting. Ship to ship combat. I don't get to see that in the game. I see people streaming it. But yeah, it's probably very, very lucrative. But it's very expensive, because if you get sunk, you only get like a certain amount of percentage of your money back from the ship. From like insurance. Not like EVE Online in a way. And people on the sea are very fucking murderous. I might look into it at some point. I know that my guild has a few people that do boating stuff and outings. Oh my god, let's go shopping, guys. Oh shit. Heavy! How you doing? Good to see you, man. Thank you for the raid. Aww. Thank you. Give me a sec, I'm getting fucking attacked here. I'll be with you in a second. But yeah, thank you. How was your stream? Thank you for the kind spawn day wishes. I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, it was on Tuesdays, but we're celebrating it tonight because I did not stream this week except today. I had a lot of fun. Went out, ate some food, hung out with my brother and sister-in-law. It was a comfy time, honestly. And a blast. Alright, I'm gonna give you a shout out as soon as I get these guys killed. Just need to step somewhere a little bit safer. So I'm gonna hide in this little house here. Hopefully the guy does not respawn. There you go. Oh, you are trying out the beta. Is it going on this weekend as well? Because I remember before I bought my new card, I had horrible frame rates in it. I wonder if that's fixed or not. Until Monday. I mean, the game's coming out soon. But currently it's a build that's not optimized, so if it runs well on that, it's gonna run well on release. I had a lot of fun with Monster Hunter World when it came out. Well, maybe I should buy it. I don't know. I like Monster Hunter, but it's kinda grindy. But then again, grinding in games is fun. I don't know, I'll think about it. I'll see what I'm currently playing before I decide to hop in or not. There's a weird magic caster outside that doesn't normally spawn here. I think we're gonna have to go take care of it. Needs the game, the Underworld series. You mean the movies? You sure haven't made a game out of that? In the 2000s, I could have sworn there was an Underworld game. Can be another game you want the pal to play someday. You know me too well, Fluffy. You know me too well. But yeah, I'll buy it and I'll play it for a few hours and then just stop playing and then come back to it before the update comes out or some shit. Or Dryad. Doesn't seem that tanky. Well, how much gold it drops? 300 gold. That's not too bad. Died pretty quick. I think I'll get... I might get the 2 shamans to fight. That's a little bit dicey. I don't like it. I think I'll just... I'll match this one with the shaman. And then I'll solo the last one. Hey, Hope, what's up? I'm gonna assume Heavy you're gonna buy on Monster Hunter Wilds on release day, right? I wonder, does it have an early access period? As in, if you buy the premium edition, you get to play a few days early. It seems like all games are doing this now. Kind of annoying, isn't it? Makes you feel like a poor person if you can't play with your friends on day one. Let's not kid ourselves, the real release is the actual day the premium edition players get to play. Ah, good to hear it, Hope. Nice weekend ahead of us. It'll be a comfy one. Yeah, I was supposed to go see my mom tomorrow, but the conditions of the roads outside are too fucking severe. Probably safer not to. But as always next week. So we rescheduled. Hopefully there's not another fucking snowstorm. So Mama Bed, I said hi. Will do. Will do. Doesn't really look much at chat when she comes in because sometimes she'll hop on stream and look at my stream. I never know when. She's not consistent with the time she shows up, so I never know if she's actually watching or not, which is kind of anxiety-inducing. If I knew when she would be there, it would be on my best behavior, you know? Alright, let's see how much actually pricey magic item we get in this literal... Look how much stuff there is in here. Alright, let's identify all of that. 83 items. 798 essence. Alright, let's see, what do we have here? So... Okay, my filters are good. Let's see what we get. Wow, not one item was of a high quality, but I did get a lot of materials though. That's pretty cool. Pretty satisfying to empty out the whole chest and get all of these resources for crafting. Yeah, I'd be curious to see if she would say that. Although I think I might have talked about you to my mom once. It was like, yeah, there's this one guy who's really a big fan of wrestling. It's mostly all he talks about. Kind of interesting. Interesting person. How much money did I make? Oh, wow. Yeah, I made like 200,000 gold. And that's without counting all of these items I haven't even put up for sale yet. That was fun. What time is it? Almost 11 already. Fuck. That flew by. But yeah, I mean, I'm glad that my mom likes what I do. I've been pretty lucky in that regard. I don't really talk about it much to my dad, he doesn't really understand it. He knows I stream, he just doesn't know I stream like this. Because he's kind of an old-fashioned guy, I don't think he would understand. Trying to think about how I would explain it. It's like, it's kind of like drag. But instead of, you know, it's an alien. I feel like that would just make it worse. I mean, I don't see my dad as much as my mom. I think I see him like maybe once every few months. If he said an alien online dead, the man in white coat. Yeah, you would be the one to call them. But yeah, I mean, you know, it's fine. They don't need all the information anyway. Alright, pretty good haul for the night. I'm gonna go sell this off stream, because pricing items is not the most exciting gameplay. That's for damn sure. Well, that was a nice day of farming. I'm really high level in my aspect. So I farmed about 5,000 experience tonight. I need 40,000 for the next level. It maxes us out at 15. So those are like the post 700 skill point system. It's called the aspect mastery system. When you level that up, you do even more damage to monsters, not players. Monsters. And there's like 15 different types you can level up if you want, and they'll do something different. The one I have is made for bards, so it makes barding more effective. So my songs have more success chances and such. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so a lot of the high quality of life things I have here is the item recycler for matched items. I also have this bank box that lets me dump money in it, and it goes directly to my bank box in town. Won't have to always go in town to dump my shit and get stolen from, so that's useful. And, well, the house itself is like a big storage area, so that's great. Oh. Jessica Havoc. So that's who you want us to raid. Wait, Jeffy, if they come, then me and you could share a cell. Yeah, Bell in a cell, you're about to say, I know you, Jebs. I know you, don't I? Yeah, I use this money mostly to buy clothing, so I bought this really cool dress. And I bought some cloth to color it this shade of purple. It's very pretty. It's hard to show because it's very small on the screen, isn't it? I don't think I can make that bigger, fortunately. Oh no, you mean padded style spring jackets. I don't like the sound of that. Buying fashion the way. Yes, way. Yeah, the fun thing is there's a vendor that sells very expensive items, and they're on a rotating event schedule, and after 2 showings they are never seen again. So that creates some very rare items for you to collect over time. Like for example, this dress is no longer available because it's been the 2nd time for the summer event that it's shown up. So this one is no longer available for sale even if the next summer event arrives. So this thing is going to be worth a lot of money eventually. It's already kinda worth a lot of money. With the blessed deed that makes it unstealable, it costed me like 500,000 gold. No wait, 400,000. And I've seen some people try to sell these for like 1.5 million gold already. So yeah. And there's a few really cool looking items of clothing that have already been out of stock. So I need to find someone willing to part with theirs, if I ever want it. There's a really cool corset that I want, but I've seen someone selling it for 20 million gold, so I like it, but not that much. So you know, it's like there's a lot of things. Like for example, those shorts, tiger print shorts. Gonna be available next August for one more time, and then they'll be out of print, I think. But I'm not sure. I think maybe they are already out of print. So I don't know. I'll have to see next year. If I still play the game, I mean. I'm so surprised you would go into a game for fashion. Yeah! Wow! I know, right? How surprising. The sarcasm was so strong, it made me almost fall off my chair, Jebs. Alright. So, I think I'm gonna call it here. I think my neighbor was training alchemy, and it was kind of annoying, so I logged off. Yeah. Here you go, Jeffy's Fashion Dungeon. The Dungeon. That's a fun typo. Alright, so I think that's it for me tonight. I'm probably gonna go sell off the rare loot we found. Not even get murdered once tonight, so I got lucky. I got very lucky. That would be a great name for a store typo. Yeah, I mean, my host brother's nickname is Cyberdud, so a Dudgen would be right down his alley. When I think about it. That's funny. Thank you, Josh. Yeah, thank you all for hanging out with me on my Spawn Day celebration. The Spawn Day was on Tuesday, but we celebrated today, so thank you so much for being here. I really, really appreciate it. That was fun. I haven't played the game on stream in a while. It was a lot of spooky videos and funny ones. So this was a nice change of pace, actually. So thank you for humoring me. Alright. So I'm checking real quick because Jabs redeemed the raid thing. So Jessica Havoc. Ah, I see. I see. They're playing Fallout 3 and they're a 21-year veteran of the wrestling world from TNA. Yes, I am 40. I was talking about that earlier. Yeah, I think about that sometimes too. I guess I don't act my age. What they call the dungeon? Just is an alien, that's how you spell in the language. God damn it. Well, what you could have said, Jabs, that they call it a dungeon because it's a dungeon you come in and you're disappointed. Because there's nothing in it. So it's a dud. Ahaha. Oh, no worries, Formula, it's okay. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's, time flies. Time flies. And I know people are yelling about VTuber hags at 30 years old. So if they're hags, I'm a fossil. So hopefully not. Anyway. Alright. So that's it for me tonight. Let's go drop everybody here to Jessica Havoc. You're gonna be so fucking confused. You're gonna be so fucking confused. Maybe what the... But you're our fossil. Ah, Formula, that's sweet. You'll find me an Ember one day. Thanks, Jabs. God damn it. Alright, so thanks again for hanging out on my Spawn Day celebration. Hope you had a fun time as much as I did. I will see you next week. Also, a quick programming note. I will be at a friend's party on next Friday, so I will try to stream on either Thursday or I might take the week off. So keep an eye out on our social media to be informed of when that will come to pass. And if you're not following me on Twitch, I would appreciate if you did. And if you're already following me, you can follow me for free on other social medias. Hold on. I'm fucking up the command for the social blast. There, that's better. Which was like, I don't recognize this command. Thank you, Hope. Yeah, this was fun. Alright, so don't hesitate to follow me on social media. That's where I tell you when I stream next. But it's mostly what Fridays these days. But next week is gonna be Thursday. Or I'm gonna skip a week and then I'll be back next Friday. So keep an eye out on social media or Discord. Great places to be. Alright, let's go say hi to Jessica Havoc. And then I'm gonna go to bed. So thank you so much for watching. See you next time. And remember, tomorrow is a new day. Anything is possible. Take care and see you soon. Awesome, I'm gonna go raid a celebrity. God, I'm nervous. Hope it goes well. I like that Surrybot now has a good night message. That's fun. Alright, let's get going. See you on the other side.